talk about.
Right. People of Earth, how are you? I'm back.
And other planets.
And Joe's back. I'm Al, by the way.
I'm Joe.
And listen, this is our thing. It's called Kinda Right. And we do it. We try to do it twice a week. It doesn't happen all the time. But we had show 50 the other day. And never mind.
We've never done 50 things in our life consistently.
Well, I was just going to say.
Me. I'll speak for myself.
But the thing is we've captured the, this is what I always hoped, and I think you, when you came up with the idea, I wanted to organically capture the spirit of the conversations that we have out in the cabana when we were drinking beer, and I think we've done that.
And hopefully...
And we drink less on the show than we do in the cabana, believe me.
Well, we have to, because...
The other night we did, everybody pulled back a few. By the way, special guest Al Sr., we were just talking about him, and we thought he was wonderful. And we think...
Well, we both love him.
Well, we love him.
Well, I'll speak for myself.
No, I love the
him.
guy. He's
Al's
a lot
dad.
of guys have shitbirds for dad. I got a pretty good dad. You know what I mean?
He's one of my
It's not
favorite.
without his faults.
He's of course not.
You know what I mean? But he's
None of us are.
Overall, he's a way
One of
better
my
than
favorite
average
people.
dad. Yeah, he's
one
a
of
good
my
guy.
favorite people, and
he's a
as you
lot of
all
fun to
heard,
party with,
if
man.
you did listen. He rescued me
And
on my freshman year of moving to college.
The
when
other-
the truck broke down on the way.
And the other thing about him is he never, ever gets alligator arms when it comes to money. If somebody needs money or anything, he fucking
And he pays
insists
his
on
own-
helping.
He pays his own way, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's good like that, man.
And if you hate our show,
Which you clearly don't, because I haven't gotten much hate mail lately.
well, we
I
have
figure
no,
if someone really hated us, they would hate mail me more.
I don't think we have enough listeners to get any hate mail.
You're right about that, because it's the fringe. It's, it's like anything else. There's probably a fringe 5% that will suck your cock and a fringe 5% that will send you hate mail. You know what I mean?
We
We don't have enough.
I do this. The only reason I don't want money, I don't want fame, I want fucking hate mail.
Yeah.
It's really the only thing that I want.
Yeah.
I want someone to violently disagree with one of my a cogent argument or a disagreement is worth more than any money I could ever get from doing this.
And that might be because of your proclivity, not just to write hate mail, but the veracity with which you do it.
Well, when I get on
a hate mail writer, you want hate mail
I only write hate mail
to entertain yourself.
usually as it's got a dual purpose. One, to entertain myself, and two, to my last hate mail was to our local utility company that sucks fucking dog.
I mean,
It sucks fucking shit covered dog cock.
yeah, they're worse than the last.
And so I sent hate mail and some hate phone calls to get them all riled up, and it worked, believe it or not. And we may get into the details of that later on. We got into some of the details of some of it, but that has a legal process to go through as we speak. And once we go through that,
Are you pulling a
Talk
Bill
all about
O'Reilly on us?
what's that now?
I don't know. Bill O'Reilly's like, I can't talk about it until something. I don't know.
Well, I don't know what to say, because there's certain things legally that, like, oh, you mean I didn't do that at all? You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meaning you can't talk about it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So at any rate,
And-
but it is I recommend to everyone that's listening to this that if you have a beef and you think if you think that your voice doesn't matter, take it from me. You can make your voice matter with enough profanity. No threats now. And I'm starting to learn that you even have to stay away
Just
from
be
things
vulgar.
that are threatening. Or, see, and I fucking hate this. And the English language wasn't based on tone. It's not the tone of the fucking letter. It's, did you threaten somebody? If the letter says, I wish I could come over there and fucking kill you, but I can't because I would go to jail forever. Well, it's not really a threat, is it? It's a wish. But there's certain assholes, probably a lot of them voted for Hillary, who believe that the tone of that letter is too much, even though you may have never committed a crime. Now, maybe if you...
Even though that shrill cunt has probably directly
Yeah.
threatened a bunch of people and killed them.
I'm sure she's killed a few people.
Or had them killed, you know what I'm saying. Although I'm starting to think she's capable of actually giving someone a glass of poison.
Oh, God, yeah. I think
You know what I mean?
I can see her shooting someone in the back in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
That's why she needs to be put naked into a fucking glass cylinder
Of mosquitoes.
filled with mosquitoes.
That's beautiful.
And she needs to be drained of her blood slowly
Oh,
until she fucking dies.
just fucking... They're fucking gorging on her fucking flesh and her blood, and they're exploding inside the thing. But some of them manage to mate and make other mosquitoes, who then
No,
continue
we
to
just keep
eat her.
pumping in fresh mosquitoes.
Oh.
You know, like every hour or so, every hour and a half, you fucking pull out the blood-soaked mosquitoes.
Jesus, that
and
makes
put
me
some new ones in.
wonder. You think there's such thing as mosquito farms? There couldn't possibly be, could there? People who grow mosquitoes? Is it? You
Yeah,
think
it's
that's
called
possible?
the Everglades.
Yeah, I'm saying.
They
By the
grow
way,
'em on
what a
they grow
nasty,
tons of 'em.
what a nasty fuck. Everything has its fucking use and necessity in the ecosystem. What could the fucking mosquitoes fucking necessity be for the ecosystem?
They're food for birds.
Yeah, they are that, and dogs probably. I mean, whatever can eat them.
You know, the thing is,
I've never eaten a mosquito. I have eaten other insects, but I got to say I haven't eaten a mosquito because I'm afraid that it
you
bits.
have eaten a mosquito, you just don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah. You know what? I think it. Now
Probably eaten hundreds of
yeah. Now that
I know.
I'm pretty sure I've woken up, passed out with my mouth wide open on a pool deck or two
Right.
in my day, and
Right.
have had ingested several mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, eating mosquitoes isn't hard. It
Yeah,
happens.
You're right. They're a food source, and that's just how they happen to get their energy is by biting humans.
There was a...
Do they bite other animals? Or do they like
They
us?
must.
They like us because we don't have hair on us, I think.
They must, and I am no mosquito expert, but they must because they pick up the viruses that they give to people, usually by biting like a fucking cow's ass, and then they come over and they bite you, and that's how they spread disease. And did you see there's a documentary, I believe it's on Netflix. It's about Rachel Carson, the woman that can be given a lot of credit for starting the environmental movement.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, I'm
And the book that
so out of the loop on that shit.
she wrote.
Environmental. He's talking about environmental documentary. I'm talking about putting on a soccer game. You know what I mean?
Well, she wrote a book called Silent Spring,
Yeah.
and she had written books before that, and apparently she wasn't a scientist per se, but she was a good synthesizer of looking at, here's 7,000 different reports. You put this shit together and, spit out something that you want to.
So she's not a scientist. She's a mathematician.
She's
Like, what do you think she had a degree in?
She's a writer. She's
All right.
Oh, I think she was.
What did she go to school for?
I want to say it was science-based.
Oh, okay.
But she wasn't like a well-known scientist.
Right.
And I've always said that she's responsible because what she did was she, aimed the focus on DDT, which was, you have to understand, up until
DDT's a good thing, by the way, everybody.
DDT used to be spread everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere.
Like salad dressing.
And you could eat the fucking shit and drink it, and it would do nothing to human beings.
Right.
But apparently it did things to other animals.
Yeah, that's why we used it.
Well, it did a lot of things to mosquitoes.
Yeah, it made them go the fuck away.
And there is, there's models that I'm putting together that, DDT was responsible for saving something like 100 million lives. Meaning like
They were using it in Africa and everything, right? Not just around here.
Like when the French were digging the Panama Canal, the biggest problem the French had digging the Panama Canal was fucking mosquitoes. Not digging, because everybody had malaria.
Yeah.
And then the U.S. came in, and we took the project over, and we killed all the mosquitoes, and the rest is history. We gave the Panama Canal back during Jimmy Carter, right?
To Panama.
To Panama.
Yeah, not back to France.
No, fuck France.
Yeah.
France could come over, and they should come over and fix that fucking Haiti. It's their responsibility.
Yeah, unfixable, by the way. Unfortunately.
Well, it's not a shithole. You get in trouble for that.
Well, how about, never mind, shithole. Apparently, you cannot refer to members of the fucking of a gang as animals. And be the president. Are you serious? Here he is.
He's back again.
With a nice T-shirt on.
He's got a Jimi Hendrix T-shirt.
That's a great T-shirt, Dad.
He's back for a command performance.
Look at him go.
It's Big Al. Well, we like to. Well, littler Al than younger Al.
Yeah. Well, what the fuck? I'm bigger than my dad. Big deal.
You're not big. You're just fat.
No, I'm bigger than my dad, even when I'm skinny.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's true.
My fighting weight is 227. He probably doesn't even weigh 220.
216, 217.
Yeah. 227 is when I'm fucking at 4% body fat. You know what I mean?
Now, I haven't read Silent Spring, but I watched a documentary. Now, Rachel
Oh, my favorite.
has never been married, and she lived on a spit of land in Maine.
Yeah.
And she had I want to call it, watching a and I mean this in a nice way. She had a relationship with a married woman that I don't believe was sexual, but it was like, sometimes that's all you need. You know what I mean? It's like you have a relationship, a person that understands you. But she was no doubt a wild liberal.
Yeah.
Meaning the book Silent Spring,
Yeah.
which it's not a science book. It's an eye-opener, and it opened a lot of people's eyes, for good or for bad, on the, it might have done a lot more good than bad. I don't know. And I don't think anybody.
I'm sorry.
Somebody
Did
might
you read
know.
it or just watch the documentary?
No, I
about
just
her?
watched the documentary.
You haven't read the book yet.
Never
You're gonna
read
read
the
the book.
I'll never read the book.
No.
You know
Okay.
me.
No, I mean,
I won't even listen to the
Fucking-
book on tape unless I have to drive somewhere far. And if it's boring, I'll take it out.
I mean, what Chris Rock says about books.
What?
I mean,
What did he say?
Now I can't remember, but it was something to the effect of. Do you remember, Dad? It's about black people with books.
What is it?
I can't remember.
To the Rachel Carlson bit, but
Oh.
Well, what did I don't read books.
Oh, books are like kryptonite to a nigger. That's what it was.
Ah, that's terrible.
Books are like kryptonite to a nigger. You know what I mean?
Look it.
If you want to,
Is that Eddie Murphy?
no, that's Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. All right.
But now,
He's like, I don't read books. I'm keeping it real.
I don't say that I
Real
don't
dumb.
read books out of pride, like I'm some sort of fucking moron.
Yeah.
I don't read books because I was brought up and I watch a lot of television and a lot of documentaries, and I read shit on the internet, and I read newspapers on the internet. I don't read books.
You are a documentary watching motherfucker. I know that about you.
So I'm never going to be an in-depth I'm never going to sit here in front of a scholar and be able to, debate anybody scholarly ever. I can sit here and listen to a scholar.
Yeah, I don't even want to debate like a friend who can argue well. That's why I don't really talk politics amongst people. Sorry, Joe, smarter than me. You know what I mean?
Well, no.
Well, like who have opposite views. Like if you had opposite views than me, I would never talk politics with you. Because
I do have opposite views.
Not really.
I believe
for the
there's-
most part,
The most important
we
one.
vote for the same people.
I believe there's a God. You don't.
That's not politics, though.
You're both kind of right.
Yeah.
We're kind of right.
Yeah.
That's why we named the show that.
Yeah.
By the way, when I was in college,
Yeah.
back there 150, 160 years ago,
Yeah, go ahead.
Silent Spring was mandatory reading.
Shut up. That's how old that book is? I've
Mandatory
never
reading.
even heard of it, man. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, it was
That's how much of a fucking Neanderthal you are.
was earth-shattering.
so
Now,
what?
when you read it, what did you think?
He knew exactly what you were talking about. and
Being
I had no clue.
being
what
the
you were talking
actual
about.
person that read it in the room.
I believe she was sincere. I believe some good came out of it. But I think some harm came out of it also. I think society went too far in the opposite direction.
And I think that's what
Getting-
happens
getting-
with a lot of shit.
Getting rid of the DDT and
Right. I used to go, my grandmother, crazy grandma, used to come down and take
the one
me-
with the yurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Me and Leslie up there to go skiing and shit. And she and I don't think Leslie was on this one. We were in some town in Maine and the fucking river caught on fire. Now, this is in the 60s. I was living in Situate. I was probably 6 years old, 5 years old, something like that. The fucking river was on fire in the town. Now, when your river catches on fire, and like maybe a half mile down from where the fire ends in the river, that's where you suck all the fucking drinking water in from.
Right.
That's not a good thing.
No.
So I remember driving through the city of Boston, going with my parents, looking out, and I believe this was the Tobin Bridge, and you could look to the left as you were going north, and you look down, and there was a fucking pile of like yellow shit. It was bright yellow, like sulfur, and the shit was like oozing into the river,
That's Chelsea.
which would be what's the river? The,
Charles River? No.
No, it's not Charles.
Mys-
It's
Mystic.
the
Mystic.
Mystic River.
Yeah, there's a Mystic up there and there's a Mystic down in
And
Connecticut.
just
There's a-
saying, Jesus, that can't be good,
called-
is it, Dad?
That's the Mystic River Bridge that you were on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be called the Tobin. Is it the Mystic River,
Yeah.
or is it the same thing?
I believe it's the same thing.
Well,
Depends
one way
what,
it's
level,
called
what,
a-
what level you're on. Yeah.
So there was a lot of shit. You could just, dump shit anywhere you wanted. And they sold all kinds of poisonous crap.
Mhm.
So I think some of it I think there's some good that came out of it, but now it's insane. Where we're at a point where you can't,
By the way, I thought you were full of shit. You were right on with your Mystic River Bridge analysis.
why? Why would you think he's full of shit?
Because
It's been around for a while.
I never even heard that.
And I'm a good liar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
By the way, that's where I learned the whole straight-faced fucking lie right in your fucking face routine. He's the best at it, and he taught me, and I currently am the best at it.
no, you're not good at all. I always tell when you're lying. Full of shit.
I mean, I'll give you 12 examples right now. One very recent
he's-
one. You want a recent one?
He is good.
Well, wait. Is it Mystic River Bridge both ways?
Hold on.
It could be now. Because they get rid of all the tolls and shit.
No. It's the whole thing is
Well,
the
the toll
Tobin
booths.
Bridge.
Tobin Bridge.
When it was being built, it was called the Mystic River Bridge Project.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then when they fucking finally got it fully erected, they christened it the Tobin Bridge.
He said fully
Erected.
erected.
So it's over the Mystic River.
Yeah.
Who is Tobin?
Tobin is Maurice Tobin was.
governor?
I mean, it sounds like he probably should be, right? I mean, somebody vamp.
I don't know, Tobin. You want me to look it up?
Maurice, I got it right
So you're
here.
going over
I'm
the
on
bridge.
it. I'm on it. Maurice.
You look down to the left, and I do believe that is Chelsea that you're looking at.
There was a pile of yellow shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a mountain.
And the stench
He was the mayor of Boston
Okay. Governor,
and the
mayor.
governor of Massachusetts.
There you go.
Like a lot of them motherfuckers.
Well,
By the way, he was only 52 when he died. 52 when he died.
oh, he's so fucking lucky. Hey, you know what the oldest person in the world just said?
What?
They died, right?
They said, what's it like being the oldest person in the world? And she said, it's a fucking curse.
Oh,
She's 128.
somebody,
I wanted to be dead 30 years ago.
the last one,
Motherfuckers.
the last person who was born in the 1800s just died last week. So are you talking about the new oldest person?
Well, there's a person that's 128 years
Well,
old.
then they were born in the 1800s.
1800s,
They
yeah.
just
Well,
said
not
that-
in this country.
that's
She's
what it
somewhere
was.
else.
Okay, she's probably Japanese.
But she said it
probably.
was a fucking curse.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
got to be.
I was
She's got to be
cracking up.
Asian.
the oldest that must have been what it was. The oldest American
Asian-
just died.
Like in Nepal.
Asian
or
women don't
something.
die.
oh, I know.
They don't die.
I guess not.
That's why they could drive.
Not even when you nuke them.
That's that's why they
They
could
just
drive
keep
as
coming
poorly as
back.
they do.
So yeah, Maurice
You
Tobin,
would think they'd get killed in more car wrecks.
and I believe he had just died of horrifying fucking body cancer, and they named the bridge after him. Basically,
Well, there you go. Maybe that's why. But now I don't know. Did you take your kids on trips to Maine with them all crying, yelling at your wife?
No, we went up to New Hampshire to.
What was the question?
Did I ever take my kids on vacation for rides up to Maine and make them cry?
No, we didn't do Maine, but we did other shit like that.
We
We just
We'd
we
go to
weren't
the-
a Maine family. Maine is cool, by the way.
yeah, but we would go up to New Hampshire. We'd go to the Wild Animal Park. What was
We
it?
go-
Benson's. We used to go there.
Did you ever go? The point is, did you ever take them by a paper mill where the fucking stink was so bad it would make you want to throw up in your own car?
All you had to do was go to Palmer for that.
No, we always
Like
did
Palmer,
fun
Mass?
shit.
Was there a paper mill out there?
Well,
On
Probably
the way to
was.
UMass? Is that what
absolutely.
you're talking about?
You go right past the paper
Palmer
mill.
Mill or whatever. So he used to go the other way. He used to go when he used to get off when you get off the highway,
Yeah.
he would go right. I used to go left
Yes.
and go through Belchertown. He would go the other way.
Well, I'd pass through Belchertown.
No, well
eventually.
you definitely cut a corner.
Yeah, but
on,
that's
but I
not
went
a-
the other way.
I went the other way too, but that was an egg crate manufacturer where you went up to Thorndike Mills.
That's the way he used to go.
No, Thorndike Mills is to the right.
That's how I used
That's
to
what
go.
I'm saying. He went to the right. I went to the left.
I went to the left too.
Oh,
Thorndike Mills is up before you take the left to go down across the river.
Yeah.
Where the egg, that was the fucking egg crate manufacturer.
I have to say, it's amazing because I did that trip so many times. I don't remember any of the non-highway part of that trip at all on that end.
Really?
I don't remember it. I
You
know
don't
I can
remember
make it
going on a-
happen, but I
was
don't
a-
remember what it looks like. I don't remember driving it. All I remember is the highway parts.
You getting
Isn't that weird?
You're getting over to 130.
I went like
My
202.
brother-in-law lives on 132, I believe, is the road that goes through Belchertown. Then you hit Route 9, and then you take another left.
202. 202 is the one you're thinking of, not 132.
Where was the car?
No,
Where was
132 is the road to.
So you go out there because you're out in Munson anyway, so
132 is the road you're
You know
on.
the fucking
regardless of which direction you get off the highway, you're always going to end up on. I think it's 132.
off of the Palmer exit?
yeah.
Okay.
And then 132, that's the road that you go through Belchertown, which has the big green.
I believe you. That I remember.
Okay, the big green
Something.
area.
That I remember.
And then you
Oh,
go
the
down,
drunk catcher. We called it the drunk catcher.
That's just what
Yeah.
I was going to ask
And then you
about.
bang a left.
The drunk catcher,
and you
yeah.
bang a left on
That's
Route 9.
132?
I think so. 131.
Whatever. Yeah.
Something.
I thought it was like 202 or something. 202 must be.
202 went to, you would, right before Belchertown, you would take a left and go into Granby, I think.
Okay.
202 is the road to Granby.
I had a friend at UMass who was from Granby. So that was pretty close. You didn't have to go too far to go
I
to
thought it
college.
was like living out in the fucking sticks. I'll tell you.
Amherst, that whole thing. I mean, we kind of live in the sticks too, man. I drive from here.
I thought that was like
I
living
drive
in-
from here to New Bedford, and all that back road shit is pretty sticksy, man. And at night, this winter, because it was fucking dark at 5 o'clock when you get out of work in the winter, all right? There's a lot of roads with no fucking lights out there in Freetown and Lakeville and Assonet and
Mom made a comment about that.
Sonnet, whatever the fuck they call it.
Driving home from Evans School there 2 weeks ago.
But you could see the northern lights where we went to school, so.
But coming home from Old Colony, she said, geez, you think somebody could have put up a light somewhere?
Yeah, my daughter asked if I would wait so she could follow me.
There was better starlight in UMass, especially if you went to Sunderland, where you live.
I lived in Sunderland, and the
Not
northern
a lot
lights,
of waste light.
the fucking what do you call it?
You don't have waste light.
Oh yeah, no, it was beautiful out there, and I wish I remember what year it was, but one year the northern lights were going crazy, and in Sunderland, Mass, you could see them, and the fucking mountain, the Sugarloaf Mountain, wasn't in the way or whatever. It was crazy. It was just crazy.
So you
actually
could see the aurora
the aurora
borealis.
borealis.
No kidding.
Yep.
Sure you weren't on mushrooms?
I was 100% on mushrooms and Budweiser. Oh, actually, probably Rolling Rock, which is interesting. Dad brought Rolling Rock. We drank a lot of Rolling Rock there because there was that packy somewhere between whatever those apartments were at the end of campus right before 116, because you had to go on 116. There was an old-timers packy, and he sold those for $9.99 for a case of the bottles.
This is
Hey, you want to hear something
this
interesting?
is a Bitter Linda memorial.
Linda died?
No,
Oh,
Who's
I'm saying
Linda?
in memory of Bitter Linda.
luscious.
Oh, next door.
Right. Oh, she liked Rolling Rock,
She's
too.
getting married this summer.
God damn, I thought
About time.
I thought she was like.
She's been taking care of the guy for how many years already?
No, this is someone else.
She's in California with the psychologist.
Good for her. She deserves a rich guy.
And apparently,
Her whole life. Well, her first husband was rich.
I'll have a... Give
I'll
one
get
of them...
Full setup, right?
yeah, give one to Pops, too. He probably wants one.
Everybody needs a setup. This is what we in the business call a setup.
But now, we're supposed to go to that wedding.
So Luscious's?
Here's the deal. I don't want to get on a plane and fly to California.
I don't blame you.
It's too... I don't mind flying to Florida. 3 hours, get on, get off, cool. 6 hours on a plane to go get somebody married,
Just put a stick in
I
your
don't
eye.
fucking want to go. Does that make me a horrible person?
No,
If I send my wife with a friend,
we
You're good at
all
that.
expenses
That's
paid,
fine.
Holly
does
Holly
that
and
make
I
me a
don't even,
horrible person?
Holly and
Love
I
to pay other people's expenses.
are probably
You really
never going
do.
to go to
It's like your
Florida.
As long
hobby.
as I
It's
don't
your
have
hobby.
to go.
We're not going to Florida.
What a great
again,
hobby.
Probably. The travel is horrible.
Travel is not... I don't enjoy it.
Used to
I've never
be fun.
enjoyed
I
it.
am so looking
No.
forward to traveling. I'm going away in 3 weeks or 3 weeks. I'm so looking forward to it. You don't even know. I haven't done it in a while, but
I used to travel a lot. I used to go to Florida like
I can't wait to be on vacation in Florida.
You used to go to
That's what I want.
Iceland for weekends.
We went to Iceland once, yes, with Rob and Molly. Dead Rob.
Our rest in peace, Rob. Rest in peace.
Molly, if you ever listen to our show,
Rest in peace, brother.
we love you and we hope you found happiness.
By the way, the whole beep construction company, we're starting to get a roll call of rest in peace people. So I'm sorry, guys, but I got to do this. This is spur of the moment. And if I miss anybody, you got to help me out. DB.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Amen.
A good man, right?
He very good man.
Lot
Decent
of fun.
man.
He was with Said Luscious for a while. That's how we met him.
Yep.
and we had some good times.
One of the most loyal people I'll ever know.
A good friend, and
Funny, too.
massive alcoholic.
Most
Which
of
didn't
them
make
are.
him a bad person.
No, I'm not saying,
No.
but he was a drunk. Hence his name, which he hated, but given to him by Bob the Framer. Bob the Framer ended up with a pretty good nickname, Bob the Framer, but he gave everyone else bad nicknames, you know? He was the one who came
Did
up.
he come up with Drunk Bob?
He called him
See, I
Drunk
don't-
Bob, and I came up with DB.
See, I'm not sure of that.
Yeah.
Did Bob Malone come up? I mean,
Well, because there was another
I'm trying
Bob
to get the
around.
last names
yeah,
out of here.
Yeah, because it was Bob Malone, Bob the Framer, and Drunk
Bob.
Yeah.
I thought Chris Butler came up with Drunk Bob, to be honest with you.
You know what? Maybe he did.
I want to say Chris Butler came over here one day and went,
And Chris, if it was you, good job.
and I just fucked up on our last name policy. But fuck it. If
I-
you need landscaping done, call Chris Butler, South River Landscaping.
I mean,
He came over once and he goes, "Hey, Drunk Bob's over there, all fucked up, sleeping on the floor."
and he was the one making the distinction between DB and Bob Malone.
Yeah.
Because you can't say Bob, because it could be any Bob. So anyway, rest in peace.
That was a fun time around here.
DB. We
Couldn't
just
have lasted forever. Couldn't have. I would have been dead.
We would
too.
have all been dead.
Yeah.
And
But it
then
was fun.
I'm going to move on to somebody else. Dad doesn't know him. He just died, and that's Paul O.
Jesus.
So he's
Right.
dead. He was his framer for a little while. After Bob, I think someone else was in between for one project, but then Paul was around for maybe 2 years.
Did I have somebody? No, it was Paul Willett after Bob.
Right
Malone.
after Bob?
After
Okay.
Bob M.
Yeah.
And Bob, I haven't seen Bob Malone in 5 years, and I miss him to death.
I know you do, buddy.
And I send him out a.
He'll be back when he's ready. He'll be back.
I hope
though.
it's
He'll be
before
back.
I'm dead.
He'll be back before you're dead. I don't
I
know.
miss him
before
terrible.
He'll be dead, but
But
so
you
Paul
can't make somebody hang
So
out.
Paul was a local cat. I think he moved here his last year in high school or something. Like he wasn't a Plymouth kid, but he graduated from Plymouth Carver. You know what I mean? So a lot of people my age, he was maybe 2-3 years old. He's a little younger than Joe, a little older than me. So like a lot of the people we all know knew him anyway from, you know, and plus he was a karate guy and all that shit. So anyway, I don't think he died well. He looked like he was suffering the last time I saw him.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
And he had one of them things where you don't have hair and shit when you die. He didn't die well, you know what I mean? So I don't know what he died of. But rest in peace. He was a nice
Well,
guy.
he died fast, though. I mean, I saw him. He didn't look bad. And then, like, 6 or 8 months later, I found out he's dead.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, literally, he was working.
he didn't look that good when he was still working for you, is what I'm saying. He was ill.
So we're doing a roll call.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Ding,
And then,
ding.
Fucking Rob, Texas Rob.
which is wildly sad. One of the most. Texas Rob was the guy who was organizing the party while you were at the party.
Yes.
He was organizing the next party. He was the glue that kept all kinds of people together. Like, there's all kinds of people that I have not gone and seen that I should go and see, that I would have no problem seeing. But it takes one of those guys, a glue guy. Like, I consider myself, it's weird. I have 2 college buddies down in Florida. I don't think those 2, if it wasn't for me, I could be wrong.
Oh, Chris Jarvis and Ira.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think those 2 would ever have seen each other. Now, if I croaked tomorrow, they would continue to see each other because now they've got a routine. But like 20 years ago, or 94, 24 years ago, when Chris moved down there, and then Ira moved like the year after, they wouldn't have seen each other. You know what I mean? But every time I went down, the 3 of us got together.
Yeah.
So there's always like a glue person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I used
And-
to be that with my friends. Now I'm squarely whatever the solvent of the glue is. I'm just I can't
you're
be
the,
bothered with anybody
you're the
anymore.
thinner of the.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I did my
Well,
best.
that
I put
doesn't
on a
make-
rock and roll reunion.
It doesn't make you a bad
It was
person.
a hell of a day.
That was a good day.
And you
Was
have
a
your
hell of a day.
7 years ago.
you
I
have
know.
your moments.
I know.
You do well. You stay connected with people that want to be connected
I
with
try,
you.
yeah, but I'm finding that it's less and less. And you know what? That's cool too. I got a whole new set of circumstances
It's
to
very
concentrate
for me.
on.
I think it's very easy to stay in contact with you. I don't think you and I will ever lose contact.
No. I'm talking about.
Because we're kind of almost weirdly family, though.
Yeah, we're
It's a
weirdly
weird-
family. I'm
I
just talking
consider
about
you
school.
family.
I'm talking about school people.
I'm talking-
as I do you and your sisters.
I mean, I just consider I could go to your house, knock on the door at 4:00 in the morning. You'd probably be pissed off and say, "I need to fucking sleep on the floor here because I just need to." And you go, "All right, come on in." You know, it just, you know what I'm saying?
What I'm
It's a
talking about
family.
is
thing.
schoolmates, because you were talking about schoolmates. I don't have any more literally schoolmates who how about, can anyone work zero schoolmates that I still consider someone I could
High school or college or both?
both.
Well,
And some of them were crossed over. But they're not people I dislike, but we're just really not
Did
friends
you-
anymore. You know what I mean?
now
If we bumped into each other, it would probably be like old times, but we don't, you know what I mean? We don't care to stay in contact with each other.
I had a lot of relationships where if I didn't make the effort, it would just go away.
Well, that's what I used to have, and I'm the one who made the effort, and that's why I no longer have any relationships, because I make zero effort.
At
And there
this
was-
point.
Zero.
And there was no
And there's no one else in my life who does that. No one.
I had a few quintessential times,
And it's okay.
In my, 2000, I got divorced, so that was that's a big change. You gotta, now you're focused on. I got an 11-year-old kid who moved to Canada. I got an apartment in Montreal. Like that became more of a focus. I had to get a new house. I met a new woman, so that was a big change in my life. And so keeping people, calling people and keeping friendships like that, which these people are wonderful people. I have nothing bad to say about them at all. It's just that, if I let it go, I'd never hear from them again. And I'll tell you something. Here's something interesting. Maybe with your 72 years on the planet, little Al, you can put some perspective on this. Now, I had a really good friend in college. And when I turned 50, I got nostalgic and I said, where are all these people? So I looked up about 20 people and in varying forms got in touch with them. And one of which was like, this guy and I were tight for 4 years in college. And then he was a best man. He and Bill McCarthy, because the best man was my wife's uncle, but they were the two ushers. And this guy's name's Al as well. And when I called him, he was excited to hear from me. He came down here for a day. We hung around. We went and got something to eat. And that was it.
Well, clearly you did something to alienate him.
No.
I mean,
That was it.
Nope. No.
I'll-
No.
did you say anything? Do you
No,
have differing
no.
politics?
No.
Did you,
No.
It has nothing
did
to
you
do
call
with
Hillary a cunt? I mean,
No, there was no, and believe me, I've kind of, because I thought, hey, this is great. Here's somebody I can now see like once a year instead of, I hadn't seen him in probably 15 years or so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And nope, nothing doing. Wouldn't answer the phone. Wouldn't send an email back. And the one thing that he said, and maybe there's more code to this than I understand, is that, I don't I didn't enjoy college. I really didn't. I didn't enjoy it. And I think it's something he wants to forget. Now, I didn't necessarily enjoy college, but I look back on it fondly. You know what I mean? Because you kind of forget
I had a ball.
the emotion. Well, I had a lot of fun. I
I
met
had
a lot of
fun
people.
too, but it was really, the more I look back on it, I just wasted a lot of time. I really didn't learn much. I could have learned more, and maybe I should have just gone out there considering what I did for a living. You know what I mean?
But you can't have any regrets.
I don't have regrets, but what I'm saying is yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think I had too much fun. You know what I mean?
I had a blast like in the drinking sector.
It's like they say,
But-
have a good time all the time. You know
And
what I'm saying?
It wasn't a great women thing for me. There was a few, but not many. But as far as friendship bonding with other guys, I mean, my two
Yeah.
really good close friends, except for my brother Bill, are my college pals, and I love them to death.
Yeah.
So, this guy I still love him. He could move in here tomorrow if he needed to, but he just you know, he's on his third marriage, no kids. So I don't know. Maybe it's been a confusing life, or it's a life that, you know, it's just having me in it is not. It's not good for him. You know what I mean?
It's okay.
When I
It's
turned
okay, man.
when I turned 60,
What do you mean it's okay?
I don't want you to
asshole?
feel bad.
I'm not feeling bad.
All right, good.
I'm expressing.
I think
now I'm going to listen
You
to the
talk about it a
expert,
lot, man.
because it
You
bothers
sure you're not
me.
hurt? Of course, but I'm telling you, it's okay. Don't let it bother you. It's
I don't
okay.
cry at night about it, Al.
I know you don't. You don't think about
I do
it.
cry
other
at
than when you
night
talk
about how
about
small your penis is, and that I
mean,
can't feel it in
Fucking
my ass.
Join the vast line of people who are
Fucking-
not that fucking enthusiastic about the size of my
Is it
dick.
in yet? It's been
Right.
in for a half an hour.
That's where I spent both my honeymoons. The wonderful Is It In?
So what do you think, little Al?
your father always said, you're very fortunate if you can count the number of true friends you have on one hand.
Yes, he did.
And I believe it because I've lived it. There are two people that I went to high school with that I'm still kind of in contact with. Now, part of that is I grew up in Connecticut,
Right.
so you move away. But these two guys,
Also moved away.
huh?
They also moved away.
Who?
The guys who you're about to talk about, that you're still in contact with. They both moved away.
No, one's still in Waterbury.
Oh, who's that? Which one's that?
Ralph Rosa.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were still in contact with him.
He jumped back into my life.
And you
over
talk about Bob Cohen and Ralph.
Bob
right?
Cohen and
Yeah.
Ralph. Yeah.
Bob Cohen, by the way, who was in the Bush administration. He went to school with a guy who was in the administration.
He was part of his.
Detail.
He was on his security detail. Yeah.
Navy guy.
Nope. Army.
Oh, he was Army.
Was Army. Yeah. 30 years, 32 years.
Doesn't make him a bad guy or anything.
Fuck no, makes him a hero.
No,
Makes him
yeah.
a great American. A
He
wonderful American, by the way.
He worked for Bush when
Bush Senior.
Bush Senior. When
Oh,
Bush,
I
when
like Bush Senior a lot.
When Bush, there's a war hero.
And he got out of Iraq when we should have. He knew when to get out.
But anyway,
Doesn't matter which Bush he might have worked for.
No, yeah, it does.
Bob Cohen is a patriot.
Well, no, I mean, yes.
well, he was
Yes.
his business card said the office of the vice president. It didn't say I'm, one of the advisors on a security detail or anything like that, but it was
Right.
office of the vice president.
But it said Lieutenant Colonel or whatever his rank was
Yep.
on the card.
And
It's unfortunate the vice
Is that what he
president
was, a
Dan
Lieutenant
Quayle.
Colonel? Or was he Colonel? Did he retire a Colonel?
Bird, full bird.
What's that, please?
He's got the full wings.
Full colonel.
Full Colonel.
He's a
All right.
full colonel.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man.
He's not a light colonel.
That's right.
Or a lightweight.
So
living in Virginia and shit.
when
Spying on people.
when HW got elected, he had a new business card. Office of the President.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, at least those Bushes are loyal.
Yep. And I have a whole story I can tell you off mic one time about
When shit got real.
no, when I had a chance to meet American royalty.
Oh, good.
And if we have time, I'll go back to that. But right now, I just want to talk about the friendship deal that we're.
Yes,
that-
we'll stay
that
on
we have-
target.
That we
because,
have on the target.
and what we're talking about here, just so you get,
And we still got to circle back to dead
We-
guys.
Dead guys.
we're talking about true friends in your life.
Yes.
Now, I want every one of you, all three of you, or two, if we've lost one,
both of you.
Both of you.
listeners.
Hopefully, yeah.
to count, sit there and say, and I call it the Kansas test. If I'm in fucking Kansas, broken down, out of money, and just fucked, who can I call that'll come and get me?
Right.
Or at least send someone to come and get me?
Either one of us.
So,
Yeah, but
Do you
to
have-
wire me money to do that?
do you have
You can just go do it.
do you
I'm
have
most
somebody in your
probably not
life
in a
that will do
financial
that for you?
position to
And if
help.
you don't, you have to start rethinking your life because you're fucked up. Now, I probably have a dozen people that'll do that. Maybe half a dozen that are lying. So,
Right.
so maybe a half dozen. But if you don't have anybody, you need to get some pals. Pals are important in life,
That's why I'm here 2 nights in a row.
just like family.
Just
Family
like
is
family.
important unless they're torturing you. Then you got to get away from them. Or banging you.
Yeah,
You
we're
know,
lucky
shit
like
like
that. You know what? I don't. First of all, I don't suffer
True friends.
I don't suffer any bullshit from friends and family. And if I'm not talking to you, that means you're
No.
unpleasant to be around.
Not interrupted. I'm going to interrupt
I've
him.
never, ever not talked to anyone in my. I've never
We're gonna-
done that. You know what I mean? Too many people just
I want to
do
get
that.
back to what you think about my buddy that I've mentioned. So what do you think's going on with this guy? I know he doesn't hate me.
I have no idea because I wasn't there. I didn't experience it. All I can do is give you my own experiences and what has
So
happened.
do you
We
think
don't
he
have
just
enough-
like he's out? He just his life is good now, and having me in it would sort of like bring back old memories.
His
and-
life might be shit now, and it still doesn't allow him to remain in contact. Let me give you a couple of examples. Okay,
Maybe that's true.
let me
I
give
don't
you
know.
a couple of examples. So this fellow Ralph, I went to high school with. We ended up going to college, same college together. We ended up living on the same floor in the same dorm,
Right.
and we were tight. We were tight. Vietnam War. He went in. We lost track. You know, he was still in Waterbury. I was in Massachusetts.
Well, that's a pretty big thing to get between a friendship.
We lost contact.
Yep.
Almost can't get to Waterbury from Plymouth, man. You got to drive some fucking squiggly ass fucking shit.
By the way,
whatever which way you go.
I was going to make it here
There's
on
no
time tonight.
straight
Did you get
line,
my
man.
message? I said I'll be there, but I'd probably be a couple minutes late.
Nah, my phone's.
don't
I
ever
don't know where my phone
don't
is.
ever communicate with him.
All right.
Communicate with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
If-
I'm
I
bad
want-
with the phone.
I
If
wanted
you
to
feel
give-
the need to communicate, which by the way, that's great.
Email's good.
From now on,
Just show up.
no, you
Oh.
communicate with me.
Okay.
You can always show up.
But it was
you
5.
have his email?
It was 5:15.
Do you have his email?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Do the email.
But it
thing.
was
Email works good.
Email's better than texting for some reason with this
Well, no, I'm putting you
I'm not
both
good.
on notice.
I don't
It's
like
just-
enigma over
Don't
here.
don't be surprised if I show up.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Tell him I didn't start. We were ready to go at 6:21.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking guy. I told him the other day to be here between 6:15 and 6:30, and he got here at 6:29:59 is when the door opened. All right, so technically you made it on
Oh,
time.
your pop.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
here before you.
No, I was.
He was over taking a shit.
You guys instantly. I should have fucking pressed record when I left because I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, we
when I was
started-
over there shitting.
We started immediately.
No, I know. When I was over there shitting is when you got, and I knew that was going to happen. But I
Okay.
have a routine. You know about routine?
Of course I do.
I get here, I set the computer up, I go take a shit, get some ice, you know what I mean? Come back. And I'm like, I know the fucking guy is
Make
coming.
sure there's enough beer in the fridge.
So anyway, tonight, I got here early. I got here at like 6:01.
Yeah, you were early tonight.
And I had to kill time because I know that I'm like, I waited till 6:30.
Al Capozzi.
Oh. He's on the phone. Why do you answer you're answering a fucking spam call? Do you get spam calls on fucking flip phones?
Are they offering him free purple dildo?
Oh, they're all
No,
digital.
They're offering me help with my student loans.
What do you have for a flip phone right now? Flip phones are cool.
Verizon. LG.
I'll tell you what. It doesn't really matter what you have for a phone. It's all about what, because you still are a traditional. Well, you have a laptop. When you go on the computer, you're looking at Facebook and email on your computer, not your phone, obviously. If you had a smartphone, you
I
would
use
lose.
my tablet. I don't touch the laptop anymore.
Oh, okay, tablet. All right. And if you had a smartphone, you'd lose the tablet. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I'm sure I would.
Yeah, you would lose it because the smartphone is. It might be the single greatest invention in the history of mankind. It's a crazy invention, huh?
But
It's a brain sucking, useless.
It's wonderful.
yes. In several
You
years.
don't need a laptop. If you don't need
2.5
you don't
years.
need a computer because anything on your fucking phone you could fucking speak into it.
Yes.
And it'll print it out.
I got a
It'll
question
print
for
it
you.
out on
and
a printer.
2.5 years ago, I took my 7-inch tablet, had the memory wiped, and I gave it to Miles, who was 2 years old,
Yeah.
because I couldn't read it.
Yeah.
So I got rid of the 7-inch tablet, gave it to the 2-year-old.
I'm pretty sure
kid.
you can get a big tablet with a phone in it
No.
too. That'd be great. You'd be like holding it with two hands. Hello?
So I've got the 8-inch tablet
this.
for reading and
Be like,
research and Facebook and whatever, and I don't touch the laptop anymore.
oh, good.
The Android platform is so much better than Windows.
I agree.
Well, I'll tell you
So
what.
much
I have
better.
It's seamless.
I used
it
to
never,
have-
It never bogs down.
Oh, it's
right?
great. It's great.
Awesome. Whatever they got
No,
going
it's
for the
convenient
Android.
when you land out. Now, as someone who has spent the better part of 3/4
You and
of
your
their life
opinions, Joe. You and
in
your
the
opinions.
prone position,
Yeah, right.
watching TV,
He uses like a fucking. He's got a
I think
laptop.
I think
pillow.
I should be part of a Harvard study of people that have spent more than 7/8 of their life prone watching television or sleeping.
with a computer on your lap.
Now, I used to have a laptop, and I had this little, Patty bought me this little, it had a solid surface to put the laptop on and like a cushion underneath. And, you could get,
Sure.
but you had to lean up to look at the buttons and shit. And then I got the,
How inconvenient.
You had a strain
fucking,
to use it.
you know, I had to
inconvenient.
almost do like sit-ups to fucking type. I'm like, this is crazy. I can't be doing this kind of work, motherfuckers. So I got the 10.5-inch
Sustained ab
Samsung tablet with it's got the Android operating system on it, and it's fucking awesome. I bought this cover thing to go over it just because I couldn't figure out how to hold it, and this thing's got a hole in the back, and I wore out one of them, like all the leather and shit was coming off. Got a new one. It's wonderful. You can look up anything you want. I do a lot of good shopping. Oh, speaking of which,
You got my flashlight?
No fucking way.
You got my flashlight?
this is only
crazy.
This is only part
Oh my
of your
god.
flashlights, and I'm gonna give you both of these.
Less than 48 hours later.
Amazon.com, baby.
Amazing.
That's the world we live in.
Look at this.
That's what we talk about.
Now this
How many of these
is
motherfuckers you order?
2 tactical flashlights.
Oh, my word.
Okay, 2 tactical flashlights. Oh, I already used this one. I open it. So this is the one you're going to get.
Okay.
So it comes with, see this? It comes with a rechargeable
I have
battery.
I have a bunch of rechargeable batteries and rechargers,
And it also comes with this little hornet's nest thing where you put
which
the
takes
three.
three AAA batteries.
Yes. And this is I believe this is 1,000 lumens, and it was 2 for,
$11.95.
yeah.
So that kit right there with the case is $11.95.
It was crazy.
It's a really good deal.
So he gets the case. There's a charger in there.
Awesome.
Big Al. There's everything you need.
Thank you.
That's what you get for being a guest on
On
Kinda
Kinda
Right.
And I'm talking to you, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
I'll get you some flashlights too.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, on the weekends, I've been listening to WATD, the local Marshfield station, because I'm getting in. Nice.
See this? I have to have some for myself, but you're going to get a total of 3 different flashlights because that's what I ordered.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
But as do you, I love flashlights. I don't know what it is. It's like
a guy thing.
It's a little, no, it's like a stupid security thing. Like, I'll be able to shine a beam of light
They're
on that
really
fucking
useful,
rapist while he's
too.
coming after me
Right.
naked.
When I left here
It's a
Tuesday
fear
night,
of getting fucked in the ass, basically.
It all comes down to getting fucked in the ass, doesn't it?
when I left here Tuesday night,
Whether you're down or not.
if I didn't have this in my hand, I would have never found my car. It was that dark out.
Well, you can find your car. You can find a lover. You can maybe, unfortunately, find someone that's going to fuck you in the ass. But you got a light.
I can't believe. What was this? Amazon? You have Amazon Prime?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they ship stuff like...
That's amazing.
I have my lawn tractor out there needs a solenoid. That'll be here
By the way,
tomorrow.
nice air filter on that motherfucker.
Do you like that with the leaves?
I mean, Jesus
You know,
Christ.
Patty said to me, she goes,
What there is
Listen.
a ring of leaves and a little bit of air filter. The leaves are holding up the air filter at this point. You know what I mean?
she said, do you want me to buy a new lawn tractor? And I said, absolutely not.
Oh.
But the thought was very nice. I don't want a new fucking lawn tractor.
By the way, speaking of
But I might need it because the thing won't start.
long tractors, I go over to 9 Leonard Street, the ex and kids' house, where I used to live. And I do dinner on there on Wednesdays, although that's going to end very soon. The kids are going to come to me on Wednesdays. But listen, let me tell this fucking story. I know what you're talking about.
What?
You need another setup.
No. Go ahead. Tell your story.
Oh, anyway, it was just the whole lawn tractor thing. Evan broke his hand, so I was starting to help out around the yard. She was starting to freak out about the whole fucking graduation party thing. Like, she wanted to fucking rent a hall and all this.
Am I getting invited to this?
Yes, you'll be. Yes.
Is it going to be free food?
Yeah. Okay. You're
I'm gonna
officially
Uber on
invited.
over.
I don't know. I don't think they. Please tell me they didn't mail invitations. All
No,
right.
I don't think they have to.
Yeah. No, you're going.
You're invited.
Yeah.
Well, I figured, but
Yeah.
As the only living grandfather the child has, I'm officially inviting you.
Definitely.
there you go.
And your lovely wife, if she chooses to
Well,
participate.
she's never a pain in the
You and
ass.
Fran
anyway.
are probably my only friends going, and he probably won't go, but you'll go, right? You guys will show.
Yeah, I have to. I feel compelled.
I'll give Patty the info because you'll forget. I was telling
Email
another
me,
story
would
and I
you?
Good
forgot.
move.
How do we get there to graduation? And I was telling the story.
You were
and
talking
wanted
about
to
Evan
fucking-
and
You were having.
Oh,
we
anyway,
talked about Evan
the
punching.
tractor. So
lawn
anyway, I ended
tractor?
up mowing the.
Yes.
I was mowing the lawn there last night. Anya's like, man, I bet you don't miss having a yard to take care of, which is fine. People would think that that's not a cool thing to say, but it actually is pretty cool to say because that's how we have a very, I'd like to think, non-traditional setup with the fucking ex. You know what I mean?
You mean you get along with her?
We get along great.
Do you know that's my
And it was always my hope and intent that it happened that way, and I'm pretty sure I pulled it off. It was a lot of work
You're supposed to.
and a lot of fucking sweat, and both my kids told me they hated me, but they're both over it. And
Of
I
all the
think
divorced people,
isn't it pretty cool that we all get along? I mean, kudos to her. Kudos to me, too, by the way.
okay.
Not just her.
And kudos
to fucking me.
And kudos to Catherine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, she didn't have a choice. She
So-
doesn't have a choice.
So here's a couple.
She doesn't have a choice.
Who's
I
Catherine,
know,
by the way?
But
Huh?
Who's Catherine?
My wife.
when you think
Catherine.
about it,
Cat.
when
Oh,
when
they
you
call her
think about
I
it,
Catherine.
thought her name was Cat.
Her name's Catherine, but
when you think about it,
Well, she was a little after the divorce, though.
Thanksgiving this past year at my house
I heard it was wonderful.
was myself, my wife, Al, wife 1, wife 2, and Evan.
it's pretty good.
I used to have.
I felt
I
like a polygamist.
Paul was out of town, right?
Yeah, he was visiting Dave.
He was with right. Paul went to Nashville.
And Leanne and Ted were at the other.
We're at the other
You want to
grandparents'
talk
house.
about a fuck show? I used to have.
and the day went okay.
It didn't just go okay. It was great.
Yeah.
By the end of the night, wife 1 and wife 2 were sitting there making fun of me together.
I had current wife,
That shows you right there.
current wife's parents, current wife's siblings and husbands and kids, ex-wife, ex-wife's mother, Nonina, ex-wife's sister Olga, who I still love.
Yeah, he pulls off what I'm pulling off too, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's different set of circumstances,
And-
but still.
And my daughter Anna, and
they live
everybody
in
seemed to
Canada.
get along fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was no.
And actually, the parties where Patty's side of the family and Tony's side of the family are here are the best fucking parties.
it was a lot of fun.
People get their fucking party on. You know what I mean?
and
Especially Patty's side of the family, by the way.
everybody gets along okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
And there's no reason not to.
Yeah, right, right.
I love my ex-wife. I really do.
Me too. I love my ex-wife and your
She's
ex-wife.
a good person. But it just, I was too young. I was a moron. And that's the way it goes.
It is what it is, man.
I'm still a moron.
Dude.
This one just puts up with me for some reason.
Statistically, and this is why it gets down to this: marriage is
Well, I'm good
bullshit.
with flashlights.
Marriage is bullshit. Marriage is bullshit, and the fact of the matter is more marriages end in split upsville than they do making it to the finish line.
I think marriage is wildly important.
I think it's bullshit,
And I think
and I
that
think it
you're
was an
full of shit.
invention of the Catholic
You know why
Church.
he's so full of shit? And I told him
And it's
this.
bullshit.
Because he got fucking married. If he thought it was all bullshit, he would have never done it.
I got married precisely because it's
No,
bullshit.
you got married because you were
and
in
you
love
asked
and
about
you wanted
you
to
asked my wife, my current wife, about it in front of me, and she went. She's
Now,
not that
she fucking yelled at you.
No,
I know
she didn't.
did.
She just
Look
didn't.
You wanted to do it because you wanted. There's
No,
a bond
I
there.
did it because I wanted her to shut the fuck up.
It goes from-
I wanted her to stop,
Being
nagging
girlfriend
me.
to family.
dude. This I told
Marriage
you
is
this, and I've said it
important.
on the air. We got married precisely because of this. I kept telling her I didn't want to get married, right? So I kept telling her, I'm gonna fucking as soon as both kids are graduated, we'll get engaged. And then, we'll get married. So
Hey.
I told her, like 3-4 years, we'll be married, all
You
right?
see how full of shit he is?
This is what I told her. What, you don't think that's what I told her?
No, I
So-
just think you're full of shit.
So one night, she
that
sits
it
there,
means nothing to you.
and we're both drinking, and she goes, "You're not fucking gonna ever marry me." I go, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "That whole fucking, you're not married." So she got me. She figured me out. So I go, I'll tell you what, bitch. You got 6 weeks. Last week of September, first week of October. Put it together. You got $1,000. Put it together. No, she did it. She went and did it. Like right down to like
So you had to go.
we got a friend of ours. She got like a friend
What
to get a marriage license, like be able to solemnize the marriage and all that. I'm like, we ain't inviting anybody, and there ain't. But I did tell her we'll do a party, and we are doing a party the end of September, by the way, everybody. So
Now, Senior L, I have a question for you.
Yes.
If one said to you, I am not threatening anyone, but I would love,
to eat your box. Oh no.
I would love, no, if I could get away with it, I would love to strangle you to fucking death. Is that a threat?
Absolutely.
You think it is?
Absolutely.
I'm on the
See, I'm telling you, there's
Bizarre,
people that
right?
thinks that's a threat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, listen, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this to you.
Go ahead.
I'm not threatening you,
Okay.
but if I could have my wish, I would strangle you to death.
I would take that as a threat.
Wow. No shit.
Okay, but there's really nothing. Is there anything threatening in there?
Yes, I don't want to be strangled to death.
But
And if
there's
all
not
he's
a
gonna do-
direct.
No, it's a threat.
And you would take that as a threat, not just from anybody, but from me if I said that?
Absolutely.
no.
Absolutely.
Well, it's not.
No.
See, I'm trying to figure out
Hey, look at
what people are.
I'm old. I'm too young to die, and I'm too old to take a beating. You know.
So you think? I mean, I'm gonna strangle you to death as a threat.
I take the other one as a threat too.
Which is one more? Is one worse than than the other? One must be worse than the other.
I would take it as a threat. Not imminent, but I would take it as a threat. I would take it. I would become
Like-
standoffish.
Just to know that there's somebody out there that would love to strangle you,
Exactly.
if they could get away
Exactly. Exactly.
with it, would make you
Very uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
even if
okay,
even
that's
if
fair.
it were one of my kids.
That's fair.
Because what depth of dislike does there have to be to even say those words? There has to be something behind it.
Not a lot of.
There has to be something behind it.
Well, you don't really need that much depth. You just need to like say it just to fuck around.
No, there's no fucking around when you talk about stuff like that.
Sure, there is.
No, not in my book.
See, that's an old school.
I'm thinking
opinion.
he is at least a 25%. At least 25%.
You know what it is? I think words mattered a lot more. Because I want to say that
He might
words
be,
matter less.
He might be overly sensitive, though.
No.
Oh,
Well,
I don't think so.
And
I think
also,
I
you're
don't
little
think I'm
sensitive.
overly sensitive.
You might be a little sensitive.
I'm also talking about, people that grew up in a harder
And
time.
I'm a very sensitive person, so I know sensitivity. And I know where you're coming from.
Now, if you put yourself in a college-educated English and you put your English hat on, do you think it's a threat?
Yes. Yes, it would make me standoffish with that person, whomever it was.
Even if they said this is not a threat.
Now,
Oh, that has
you didn't fill him in on the rest of it, right? You didn't tell him why you're asking him?
No, I can't do that online.
All right.
On air. Now,
You don't think Joe would ever threaten somebody, do you?
this Joe.
Yeah.
of course I would.
I think he would.
Not
That's
any.
interesting, just how we're layering this whole thing.
I've threatened people.
Oh, well, yeah.
See,
No, I'm saying grown up people.
Oh, I know.
All right.
there is it's interesting.
I've
Because-
carried stuff out. Never mind.
Well, who
Threaten.
hasn't?
Well, there you are. What's better than finding your own nemesis taking a piss in the men's room when you can chop
Drive
him
his
da-
forehead into
when
the
you could
fucking
just
tile.
when you could just chop him down, right?
Drive his forehead right into the tile.
Happens.
Yeah.
Well,
And you know what? You don't have to warn him.
Why would you warn him?
Right.
Do you want to win?
Yeah.
Or do you want a fair fight?
And that's why Donald Trump is a singular best president
If
in
you're-
the history of the United States.
If you're going into a fair fight, you really have to rethink your tactics.
Yeah, right.
There's no, no, especially if you're not a fighter.
I mean,
Right.
there's an
You
old
want to
base,
get the surprise
there's,
on 'em.
and there's an old baseball adage that fits seamlessly into that, which is this: if you're not cheating, you're not winning.
You know,
You're not trying.
Not
You
all
know
of
what
us.
I mean?
Not all of us are blessed with your size and your strength. Because,
However-
because more than once you've told
my lack
stories
of-
about
Lack of wind.
somebody doing something, and you just reach out and grab them
Yeah, it's really hard to
And-
sustain.
and hang on to them. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all you can do. 'Cause
us
if you
little
can-
guys have to resort to
No,
other tactics.
By the way, I bounced for a year and a half, and the deal is just wrap them up and somehow get to the ground, and you're going to be fine. You know
And
what I
you
mean?
just hold on to 'em.
That's it until somebody comes.
Make sure the knives and guns don't come out.
If you can wrap them up by their arms and get on the ground and you're way more than them, you're fine.
All right. Who gives a shit? Listen,
Well, I was just saying.
the past relationships,
Old friendships.
old friendships, and what happens, I want to shelve that. Just temporarily. I think we can get back and focus on it another time. I really want to get back to those who we have lost.
Oh, all right.
Did you? You didn't even finish up with Texas Rob, did you?
Well,
Texas Rob's dead.
I didn't have much to say about him only because I wasn't that. He and I didn't get along that great, so I wasn't really.
Yeah, but we worked at his house.
But you were more friends with him,
We
and he
knew
was
it-
your neighbor. But I'm just saying, he was part of the group. That was this whole thing that we have right all together.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he was a good
Texas
friend.
Rob was a part of that, and
course he
Drunk
was.
Bob was a part of it, and Paul O was a part of it, even though you missed out on that part. But the whole thing, Paul, you know what? You know people who know Paul.
I might have known Paul.
You probably knew him from the pool hall. Okay, that was that type of thing. But anyway, so you're asking me who my next nominee or whatever is? For
Yeah,
this? Okay.
yeah. I'm curious.
Is Steve Powers among us? He's dead, right?
No, he's still alive.
Is he? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I texted him like a couple weeks ago.
And he texted you back?
Hmm?
Oh no, shit. So what's up?
And would his wife tell you if he passed? Are
Yes.
you
Oh,
someone
yeah.
that would get the call?
Yeah. I'm going to go down and see him at
Okay.
some point.
All right. Good.
Is he? He's not well.
He's fucked. Well, he had a stroke,
Right.
and he's
A while ago.
He's debilitated. And I know how he is. I mean, I know basically he hasn't gotten much better than when the last time I saw him is, which means that he's got like a shitty. His left side of his body's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, left leg, left arm, and shit like
So
that.
he had a classic bad stroke.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a good. I guess there's a good stroke.
Well,
where
there
you
are
don't-
some good strokes.
You know, you don't lose any function. Little mini strokes. and
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Yeah, but he had a bad stroke.
I've like won a week of those. I've had those.
But I think that's just. I think it was due to the stress of the whole thing.
Well, yeah, of course.
The whole situation
Of course
that he
it
was
was.
under.
Of course. I
And
mean,
you know what?
It's a
That's-
classic example.
man, that's nothing you want to wish on anybody.
No, fuck no.
I mean,
I mean, the
life is
whole-
fucked from there on.
And it's not just the whole having a stroke thing. It's the whole deal gone bad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
When
got
you
a bad
pour-
deal.
You poured your fucking soul into it for 10 years, maybe 10
probably.
years. Yeah.
And then you get every friend that you have involved.
Yep. And they get involved because they have faith in you and they love you.
Right.
And they probably love you more than they have faith in you or the project, but they're like, well, maybe we'll.
It's always worked out.
Yeah. We always made a little money together before.
And
It's the classic deal gone
it's a
bad.
really actual, when you think about it, it's like a classic. This is probably like a business school 101 type lesson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you analyze this whole thing start to finish,
Yeah.
it's probably
It's
like
worst case scenario. You have a little success for when maybe you should be failing. Maybe you should have had another bankruptcy before you had that success.
No, not even. It's just
Whatever.
you've had a lot of success doing a certain thing.
Yep.
And you want to scale it up, and you take on this big project, and you're
And
undercapitalized.
everything goes wrong that could possibly go
you have
wrong.
the 2008 fucking
That's
economy collapse.
exactly when that whole thing was critical.
Yeah.
That was the critical
2008.
thing. Yeah.
Boom.
When
Economy collapses.
when John McCain said, "Yo, Barack, let's take some time off from campaigning. We're going to take a week or two off from campaigning and let's put our heads together on maybe how we're going to solve this money shit." Yeah. Dad, I'm really, really sorry about your slow stream, bro. I'm sorry.
Why?
I mean, is that what it is every time? To take an average leak?
No, I just took a real long leak.
Oh, all right.
It even started on time.
Could be
I find that I'm following his urological history,
maybe a little too closely.
and
Making me uncomfortable.
well, no, I'm just saying
got
he's
a
my
video
dad. I
camera
don't
in
have
there.
who the fuck else am I gonna study as far as that shit goes? And my God, the whole whatever the deal. Last night I didn't get
I'm-
up to
I'm
pee
fine.
until like 5 in the
I'm
morning.
fine.
No, I know you're doing great. No, I know you're fine.
John McCain was captured. I prefer my prisoners or
My
don't get
heroes.
captured.
My heroes.
Listen, when you're trying to become
captured.
president of the United States and you have to deal with 17 other jackals and then eventually Hillary, who will say or do anything, Donald Trump decided, hey, I'm not a politician, but I know what it means to be successful. I also know that this is the time. If I run for president, I'm going to be president. I'm going to do this.
Well, there's
I'm doing
nobody
it.
that can say that Trump didn't do everything that he could do to win.
Or that he's fulfilled
Even
almost
if it was
every
horrible and awful and
whatever.
now, was there anything better? There was nothing better. You probably get more appreciation.
It's
out of this
easier
than
to
me.
get elected president of the United States than it is to build a building in Manhattan.
There was
Absolutely.
It's easier
Remember
to
the
be
debate-
president.
the debate after the pussy grabbing fucking comments, and Trump was sitting there at the pre-debate in a booth
Yeah.
that had the 4 women that Bill Clinton either raped or tried to rape.
Right.
Some of whom who got Paula Jones got an $850,000 judgment.
Right.
And he had them as guests in the front row. And I saw Bill Clinton's face, and I've never seen somebody more horrified in their fucking life. And Hillary Clinton didn't say boo about Trump's fucking, pussy grabbing comment. Nothing. Said nothing. I just thought it was wonderful.
Did you watch the inauguration?
Yes.
Well,
Did you
only
see
every
Hillary?
second.
Did you see Hillary catch Bill leering at Ivanka?
Oh,
So yes.
who
sort of.
hasn't? by
Did
the
you
way?
catch that?
Now we don't really know though if he was leering at her, was he?
Ivanka
was-
Trump, the future first
He-
female president of
he
the United
was
States of America.
Leering. I'm old enough to know that was a leer.
He is. Well, he is a fucking dog.
Listen,
that's for sure.
He's a horn dog. We've said that thousands of times.
By the way, Ivanka Trump is probably the most perfect woman on the planet. By the way,
I don't know. I heard she had fake tits. Didn't you tell me?
We told you that last night.
like I just said,
But
Ivanka
they're
Trump
gorgeous.
might be
I'm
the most
disappointed that
perfect
she's got
female
fake
on the
tits,
planet.
so-
I don't know. Her stepmom's pretty hot.
Is her stepmom out of the hospital?
No, she's going to be in until at least tomorrow. She had some weird procedure on her kidney. She got something going on. And I heard that this is a viral video that's going on. This is like a weird thing, man. Like people of Earth, 100, 200 years from now, when you're listening to this, because I truly believe that my children are going to fucking both make great human beings who go on to do something useful for this fucking race of humans that we are. So I'm saying now that we are officially, what I'm saying is people of Earth, we live in a strange, strange time where if you just happen upon regular, everyday people losing their fucking minds, and it's not that more people lose their minds now than ever before. What the deal is people constantly are losing their minds, and everybody has a camera phone. Everybody has a camera phone.
Yeah, but I don't know. What
And
are
if
you
it's-
talking about?
What I'm saying is
Get to the fucking
what
point.
it's a weird time. Viral videos are fucking news on CNN Live. That's what I'm saying. We're watching a whole segment on all the shit that went viral on video. To me, it's just not news. It's not news. It's not news.
Lawyer berates Spanish speakers, threatens to call ICE.
Yeah. I don't. It's
Do you know that CNN has had the Stormy Daniels lawyer on there, that fucking scumbag, like 75 times now?
I don't even know about that story. I've lost track of that. So fill me in.
Stormy Daniels has a lawyer
Yeah.
whose name is like Aveni or Avante or something. Avenetti. And he's been on CNN 74 fucking times in the last 10 weeks. He's been on
Saying what?
talking about Stormy Daniels. And he's been on TV, they've counted, like 159 times.
Okay.
Well, why would you have this fucking asshole on?
Well, I mean,
To
Why
show
would,
what
if
a
you're
bad
CNN,
person
why would you
Donald
have
Trump
him on
is.
70?
for the
more
same
is-
reason why you would take his comments about the M13 gang yesterday 100% out of context. Are you up to date on this story?
Animals. They're
That's
animals.
what's going on today. He said what he said was M13 gang members are animals.
Yeah. Aren't
and,
they?
And the
And so the news
mainstream
is-
the mainstream press's spin on it, it's all over the place, Joe.
Donald
You
Trump
haven't been-
calls Spanish people
immigrants.
animals.
Immigrants.
Immigrants. Animals.
Oh.
And that's not. And by the way, he's not angry that
It-
they're
it-
spinning it. By the way,
No.
he loves that they're
No,
spinning.
I know.
He
I know.
loves it. You know what I mean?
Are they animals?
The
course they are.
M13 people are, but their thing is like fucking murder to get in the gang, and then the gang is about underage fucking prostitution, or if there is such a thing. as
So
a-
they're fucking animals.
yeah, they're animals. They're
Then
animals.
they should be killed.
Right. So, but what they've spun it as, and your friend Andrea Mitchell, I know you love her complexion and everything.
I like Martha Raddatz better. She's my favorite.
Martha Raddatz's complexion,
She looks like she was dragged down the highway at 150 miles an hour.
she
On
looks
her
like
fucking face.
somebody used Andrea Mitchell's face in a fucking pile of silly putty and then dipped that in some gravel. That's what Martha Raddatz looks like.
Ugh, she's disgusting.
She's a vile human being as well.
But somebody fucked her and she had a kid.
Now listen, I was yelling and screaming like 2 seconds ago, but that's okay because it's time to take a break.
been in my life,
Right.
going from Orlando up toward the villages, or over toward the village, whatever direction it was.
Okay.
Traveling is no longer fun.
Yeah,
Remember
well,
when we used to go to Florida?
Yeah.
Get to the airport, get on the plane. The plane was beautiful. Plenty of seats.
Listen, traveling never sucked for me until.
That's shut off right now.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Traveling never sucked for me until I had kids. So if it was pleasant for you when you had.
4 of you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, 3 of you. No, 4. 4.
We never flew until there was 4 of us. We didn't fly until that
83.
8. That's when I first flew.
83 was the first time.
Yep.
I had flown. I had
Was-
flown all over.
Had Mom ever flown? That was the first time Mom flown when we went to fucking vacation in Florida, right?
Now, is it because there's too many people?
What are you talking about?
Oh, the bottom line is there's too many people.
No, the planes are smaller. The amenities are horrible. Everybody used to make fun of airplane food.
Talking to that microphone, I'm begging you.
I honestly thought we were offline.
You asked me if we were
Okay.
on, and I said we're
All right.
on.
Okay. Everybody used to make fun of airline food.
Airline
Right.
food's delicious.
1983, Holly and I, with the 4 kids, the travel agent that we used said, there's this place down in Lake Buena Vista, Florida, called Vistana Resort.
Such a good story.
I have been there, the agent says. You know, one of the perks of my job is people fly us down to their place and we stay there for a few days so we can recommend it. She says, based on the fact that you're going down as a family, she said, I would like to recommend Vistana. And she had pictures of it and whatever. So we booked
original timeshare, Joe.
we booked a week.
Yeah.
But we rented. We it wasn't a timeshare for us.
Right.
We went down. It cost me, I don't know, $1,100 for the. Wow.
1983.
1983. Oh, we paid $100 a night for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, full kitchen, good-sized living
Condominium
room
deal.
condominium deal.
Condo.
Yeah. While we were down there, we took the tour, and they said,
A way upgrade from where I live. Sorry, go ahead.
we took the tour, and
Don't listen to him. He's fucked.
they say, look, you're staying here. If you're interested in purchasing a timeshare, we'll give you full credit for the $700 you spent this week. So you can buy the place for, I don't know, $6,300 or whatever.
Right.
And somebody in the family has used a week every year since.
1983.
We've never forfeited a week.
So you got your money's worth.
Yeah, but you can trade anywhere, literally anywhere. It's a premium.
Well, because I'm guessing now, to rent that, it's $400 a night.
Sure.
So,
$440.
Sure.
so
But
it's,
anyway,
that's not a bad
but,
deal.
But I wasn't just talking about Vistana. I'm talking about the travel, not where you end up, but the travel.
That's before deregulation.
We used to go up to Logan.
Look at
Again,
both of you talking into the microphone when I'm out of the room. You guys rule. Go ahead.
I'm touching the microphone, boy.
That's what you got to do.
four kids.
That's what you got to do.
Drive up to the airport. Leanne's running around. One of her brothers is chasing her. Whatever. All right, it's time to get on the plane. We get on the plane. Fucking wide-bodied plane.
L1011, I believe.
Probably.
It goes like 272, something like
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say 262, but whatever.
I think it's 272.
It's double aisles.
Right.
You know, there's a big movie screen up front.
Smoking second in the back.
No, the whole plane is smoking.
At that time,
No.
At that time, the whole plane was smoking.
Oh, was it really?
Oh yeah, yeah. At that time, well,
I
I remember
remember-
flying in the 80s.
I remember
and
the no
you could
smoking
chain
section.
smoke
Yeah.
in your seat.
Yeah.
And they had a little ashtray on the
Yeah.
fucking arm. You'd be jamming cigarette butts in there.
I'm not that old. I'm not that old. In my smoking career, I smoked on a plane. All right?
Me too.
sure.
Do you remember People's Express?
Wait,
All right,
let me finish. Let me
let
finish.
Pops finish the story.
Let me finish because I'm going to forget. Everybody made fun of airline food. Every goddamn stand-up comic in the world used to make fun of airline food. I'm going to tell you something. If you were flying from Boston to Orlando, they brought you fried chicken,
Oh, yeah.
potatoes, a veggie,
Right.
pecan pie. And it helped. Never mind that it was a meal. It helped take up the time
Right.
of the 3-hour flight. Okay? You were talking about flying out to California, or not wanting to go to California, not going to California earlier.
No, fuck that.
You know, that's a long flight to make on a Diet Coke and a bag of peanuts.
Well, I don't care about the food. It's somewhere around 6'2", 6'3", and I have very long legs.
Right.
And I'm not paying $4,000 to fly to California, so I refuse to. Even if I had the money, I just won't do that. So I'm gonna fly fucking coach,
Well, that's where you and Bill Gates agree.
and I don't fit. So I can deal with it for 3 hours because 3 hours goes by relatively quick. But fuck 6. And going anywhere with like Australia. It's all, you know how good TV is now? Not only can you get like a fucking, I don't know, you can get like what? A 6-foot fucking diagonal television that'll cover your entire wall
Oh, yeah.
in high definition.
Easy.
That's
that
72-inch, but by the way,
Pretty soon they're gonna
A
have
60
smell coming out of the fucking
you
thing.
can get a 60-inch
Look, the fucking
TV,
rhinoceros just farted.
which is 5 feet, okay? 60 inches is 5 feet.
Yeah.
So you can
Close
put,
enough.
a 5-foot female from there to there,
What's
right?
512s?
It's $400 for a 60-inch TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a shitty TV. If you want
No,
a good one, you
no,
pay
no.
like 800.
Yeah. By the way, that's where I'm at. I've been buying cheap, big TVs, which is fine. But I got to say, like, the picture on your TV and the one at 9 Leonard, the picture on those TVs is crazy. Like
Well, they're all-
I continue to I just like
This is a really nice
like
TV.
vehicles.
Well,
I buy TVs like vehicles. You know what I mean?
The
Used and
Sharp TV at my house is a 4K. They don't
Your TV is amazing.
they don't broadcast in 4K.
And
yet.
you got that for
Right.
$500, right? $499.
$435.
It's a 46 at tops.
no
44,
no. It's a
40.
43, I think.
It's an amazing television.
This is a 49, and I bought that for my living room.
But even this is like how many years old?
Not that 3.
Yeah, it's way out of date.
And I
Picture
went
on this TV licks balls compared to what he's got and what they got over at night, because they both
well,
bought
here's what I'm
TVs
gonna
within
tell
the
you.
last year.
This has got.
TV technology
This is
continues to
4K.
advance.
This is 4K.
Is it
Okay.
really?
If you want it, if anything broadcasts in 4K, then they have Amazon Prime Days, and they had a TV, a 55-inch Amazon Prime TV that was $200 off, that had the Amazon Prime shit in it, the stick and everything.
Right.
Because I watch a lot of Netflix and Amazon Prime.
Right.
More so than I do the Xfinity that I won't get rid of, that I should, but I won't get rid of it.
YouTube, by the way, has a 4K channel.
I watch
I don't even
a
know what
good
that
deal
means.
of YouTube.
I don't even know what that means. Do you know what that means?
What?
I don't even know what that means.
It's a-
resolution on my tablet that I bought 2.5 years ago
Yeah.
is 2K. Whatever that means. Okay? Is 2K.
I
The
believe
43-inch television for my living room that I bought a year ago, April, is 4K. It's twice the resolution of what I get on my tablet.
I'm gonna find out. I can explain.
But they
it and tell
don't.
you.
They don't Nobody broadcasts in 4K yet.
Yeah.
The
Will they ever?
This
Is that
is-
possible? That
yes,
they
it
won't?
is. Yes, it is.
Is it possible that the technology will advance past the 4K
Oh, yep. Of course it will.
before that 4K is available on TV?
No,
you know what
no,
I'm saying?
no. It's
They
going to
might
be.
go, oh shit,
it's
man.
It's going to be continuous.
We got like 7.13K, man.
And if what you have to do is sit down, you go on YouTube, watch whatever you want to watch on YouTube, and then go to the travel channels on the 4K station.
4K means that because these screens are just proportionally, I think 12 by 9 or something like that. I don't know, whatever the larger of it is 4,000. It's 4,000 pixels wide by 2,160 pixels tall. That's what 4K means.
Whereas it used to be 1080 by by something.
Which is where I think I'm at right now.
And I had
I'm like way behind on TV.
Shut up! It only cost $100.
Oh no, I know, but I'm way behind.
Now,
like
I moved
this right there, that eats shit compared to what I see, and then what you got.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
it
it can't
depends
be
on
that
your.
sad.
It depends on your angle to the
No,
screen.
no. That's
No, it does. Even in my house, it depends on the angle that you sit
That's
at.
That
gotta look
looks-
pretty good to you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
no.
That's
no,
a
no.
good
His
TV.
TV's way better. What I'm saying is
So at any rate,
that looks like Channel 2 with an antenna circa 1982.
I had when I moved
Compared
in
to
here,
your
I bought
TV.
myself a treat. I got myself a projection TV.
I remember.
When I moved in here in 2001, I bought a Samsung projection television.
I never had one.
42-inch, big old fucking thing, sat in the corner, and it was there until 2015 or so when it finally died.
Did it weigh about 600 pounds?
Yeah, it was heavy. And I immediately put it out at the end of the street, and it was swooped up by somebody in about a half an hour. And then I got one of these. And all my pals have had these for, not years, though. These haven't been out that long. Like 7, 8 years, maybe you could get one of these that's I call it affordable. If you pay $4,000 for that, that's not affordable. I paid $1,800 for the TV that I bought in 2001, and which is more money than I paid for both this TV and the one that's in my living room.
Right.
I think it's twice as much, actually, now that I think of it. So,
You're the one who bought it.
what I'm saying to you is, and that had for the time, that was pretty cool resolution. They were still selling the televisions with the tubes.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I had tube televisions in my office down, 2005, 6, 7. And flat screens just weren't big until after, say, 2010. What's wrong with you?
What are you doing?
Yeah, he's wandering around. He's all
Trying to
fucked up.
Trying to figure it out for an hour and 40 minutes. This
Figure what out?
There's just a little whap, 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 whap little
A
thing.
little noise going on.
Oh, has nothing to do with the paddle fan
Well, no,
over
no.
our heads?
But when I turn yours down, it's gone. So it's got to be over there, and you're no closer to.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah, no. So what I keep looking at is to see if you're tapping your foot or something, and you're not shaking or nothing. By the way, it's that I just figured it out. So by the way, you don't shake like you used to. Did you get on some medication or something? Because you were shaking for a while there. I know it's probably sensitive. I'm sorry if it is, but if you're going to come down to kind of right,
The whiskey.
No, I had the shakes.
we're going to talk about it.
I had the shakes for approximately 10 years.
And you don't have the shakes anymore. What pill
No,
did they
no,
put
no.
you on?
My head will still bob.
No, not like it used to.
Well, but
Let him finish.
So
would
what's
you,
the pill?
Shitball.
I want to know what the pill is.
Fucking asshole.
don't go to Dave Hood's office.
Wow.
You mean
so
to
how
drink
long
all
ago
his
did that
liquor?
end? A year ago?
How what?
That was a year ago. Because you've been retired a year.
I haven't been there in 53 weeks.
So he's saying that Dave Hood
No.
made him shake.
No.
No,
Dave-
it's the booze at Dave Hood's house.
no.
No?
It's Dave Hood.
No, because no,
Dave Hood made you shake?
By the way,
Dave. All right,
Dave Hood used to.
can I fucking talk?
Dave Hood used to offer constructive criticism of the show and has totally cut me off. And from social
I gotta go
media.
see him. I miss him terribly.
When I first
I love
worked,
Dave
Yeah.
Hood.
when I first worked for Dave before the garage was built,
Yeah.
I used to look forward to Friday afternoons because a lot like when I was working with you guys,
Mm-hmm.
Friday afternoon I'd get back to the office. Dave would be there. He'd break out a bottle of bourbon or scotch or whatever.
Yep.
We'd spend 20 minutes, a half hour talking with each other, and it was cool. Then you built the garage and the
Yes.
deck to connect them. And he moved his dogs.
Fucked up fucking deck too.
And he moved his dogs.
Falling down.
He moved his dogs. His dogs had a pen in the back of the garage,
Yep.
and his dogs used to spend the day in the meeting room side of the office. Like when you came up the stairs from the ground floor,
Yep.
there was a meeting room with a TV on the wall,
Yep.
and there was a
Divider.
double door that separated the actual working office and the bathroom.
Right.
Okay.
A fat home office setup. by the
Oh,
way.
beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very
Fat.
nice.
Fat.
From the time I stopped going there every day
You GC'd that, right?
to what?
No. He actually
did he
I
GC it?
I gave him all the guys.
Oh, all right.
So he was responsible. I did some work there, and I
Oh,
gave
you're
him
right.
the guys.
That's right.
and
He fucking wrote the check. That's right. All right. I
But-
remember.
he did that, and he did a nice job.
You helped him through it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I held his hand a little, but for the most part, he did it.
He's a smart guy.
Dave's a great guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Oh, I have. Hey, Dave was my employer for 14 years.
Amazing.
Which is frightening.
It's amazing.
14
long?
years.
How quick 14 years go.
Well, it's just like
silly.
done and gone, you know?
14. How long did you work for me? 6 years?
6.
Yeah, it was 6
6.
years.
Yeah,
And it seemed like he worked for me for
Longer.
a half a century.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't think Dave realizes I was with him 14 years.
He probably doesn't.
No. Well, yeah.
Nor
yeah.
does he
Al
really
worked
care.
here for 5 years. But here it is. I truly believe that being in the closed environment every day, even though it was only for 20 minutes or 40 minutes a day, with the dog, whatever. They were short-haired dogs. It's not like there was dog hair all over the place or whatever. But I truly believe it affected, especially me with the bad lungs.
Oh, you mean the dog?
I have nothing else to tie it into.
No shit.
Nothing else to tie it into. I have felt better every month that I have not gone there.
Yeah, dogs are vile.
Al will tell
Well,
you.
it can be because dogs have dander
Yeah, but Joe,
and hair and
not only your mom has a head bob.
yeah, because he's
You
fucking
don't
whack.
shake
And
at
I
all.
had a head bob.
Oh no, he had 100% always
My
going
mother
on
always
head
agreed
bob.
with you.
But I had,
Hey, Ma, you want me to
Right.
fucking kill you?
you know, and
Dad didn't look. Dad wasn't agreeing with you. Dad was bipping to
Disagreeing?
he was bipping to like
He
some
didn't know.
John Coltrane and Miles Davis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fucking.
That's what he was
terrible.
doing. He was not agreeing with you. He had like this.
Are you agreeing
diagonal
with me,
thing.
or do you have a fucking head
No.
shake?
when Al's son was 10 years
He was
old,
like, what the fuck?
when Al's son was 10
Poor
years old,
dad. Fuck.
he used to like to walk up behind me and whack me on the back of my head. And I'd say, Evan, what are you hitting me? He says, I love the way your head goes up and down.
Oh,
no,
that's
he's my
awful.
guy. He's
yeah,
my guy.
He's a good guy, but man.
But that was his way of just making fun, you know.
and he doesn't work for Hoodie anymore, and his shaking is stopped.
Well, it's wonderful.
Well, it's not Hoodie. I honestly think.
Yeah, he wasn't
it was-
allergic to
It was
Dave Hook.
work.
I was honest. No, it wasn't the work. I liked the work.
Yeah, no, you
And I
like
was
to
good
work. I
at
get it. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of work,
What has filled
I'm
the
going to-
void?
I'm going to bed.
No, you're not yet. What has
Well, I'm
filled?
going to eat.
Listen, fucking 5 minutes. What has filled the void then, Dad? What's filled the void of the whole work thing and doing what you got to do to
I am.
make a living and be the best that you can be at whatever you're doing? What are
am-
you being the best at right now?
I am the. I am not the only, but I am the primary housekeeper in a household of 6, and I'm proud of it. I contribute nothing financially. The money I spend is the net amount of my tiny pension check from Stop and Shop that I get every month.
Yeah, but you must get Social Security too, right?
Haven't spent a dime of it, other than the remodel on the kitchen.
Meaning you haven't gotten it yet, or
He
you
saves
just
it.
saved it?
Haven't spent a dime
saves
of it.
it.
We've been getting it since we were 66 years old.
So what do you do? What are you saving up for?
When she finally decides to quit working.
You gonna get on a rocket and go to Mars?
No, but we haven't needed to spend our
Right.
Social Security
I
money.
understand.
Yeah.
So all right, but you contribute financially in that regard, though. If you you can't say that you don't. You just don't
I have
choose to.
I have a net pension check every month of $240. That is my spending money. That is my monthly allowance is $240. Thank you, Stop and Shop.
Yep.
I've been collecting that since I was 55 years old.
Not a bad deal, actually.
I've been collecting it since I was 55.
That is the generation right there that saves their money.
Yeah. You're supposed to.
The fucking baby boomers and the greatest generation before them who taught the baby boomers to do that.
Well, I'm in the baby boomer.
And then I don't know what
generation.
they even call you're a baby. I don't even know what the
I-
fuck did they call my generation?
I just.
Gen X, I believe.
Are you sure?
I think.
I think you're yuppies.
I don't know. Yuppies were between that half generation between the boomers
Because
and
I'm at the very end of
Boomers.
the boomer, and your dad is at the very beginning.
Here's why you don't know what my generation is called, because we are vastly underachieving and
Generation shit bum.
yeah, generation fuck.
I believe you.
No,
I truly
it's
believe you are
terrible.
Generation X.
Yeah.
And Leanne has always referred
There
to
will
her-
never be a president our age.
What is the generation
Which is
now?
weird.
Is it the
millennials.
No,
the
millennials
millennials?
were until there's another one after the
Oh, the
millennials.
one now?
what is the generation where the man is basically all his manhood has been sucked out of him?
Pussy generation.
The fucking I might as well have a cunt generation. What do they call
it's
that?
the pussy generation.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Megan. Did I hurt
Hey,
your
but-
feelings? I know
gotta-
it's not your fault. You're
I gotta work-
470 pounds, you fat fucking
Right.
lump of shit.
I got to work this in before I pee myself.
Go ahead.
Because I know you want to shut down.
Not really.
Oh, all right, I'll be back.
Oh, what
I'm
do you-
shutting down.
No, wait. He's gonna come back. Let him piss. All right.
This could take an hour.
Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You won't know who we're talking about anyway.
I'll listen to it tomorrow, Al. Hey, this is Joe signing off.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm going to eat.
Would you please
Stop
stop it? So, what else did you want to talk about?
Well, you were doing the final farewell to people that we used to work with in the construction game.
Yeah,
Camping
sure.
game, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I got to turn your attention to the Al's family, Billiards family.
All right.
You remember Sherry Sandville?
Well, of course, I was friends with her, like, when she died.
All right, so you know she's gone.
Well, of course.
Okay.
She was
She's only like 4 years older than your sister.
yeah, no, I know, but she was heavily involved. I had a renaissance in my gigging career there for a little while, and she was a bartender at the Rock,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
her and I had and then that whole thing where I put somebody in the hospital because they heckled us and did something, and
Okay.
that sucked. Like, I was really good friends with
The
her.
Rock, was that the joint in North Plymouth?
Yeah.
Okay. Next to
And
Lorraine's.
then I had to beat somebody, and it sucked.
Okay.
But
She was always a hot shit.
she was great, and I got pretty close to her.
Because we've known her since she was 16,
Young,
16 years
young,
old.
a young,
She used to come in with Jason St. Lawrence.
a young wench
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
smelled like cum a lot.
Oh.
She smelled like cum
Oh.
and Jason's sweat. That's what she smelled like. That's all right.
I know.
I mean, whatever.
I know.
This is the thing. It's, I don't. Here's the thing. You know who I listen to who talks for a living? And I say the first thing that comes to my mind, man. I don't hold back ever.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sherry Sandville was 16 years old.
Yeah, Jason St. L.
Yep. They came in one afternoon, had to be right after school.
Yeah.
Sherry with the
Smelling of Marlboro Lights and jism.
tight tight blue
White.
jeans.
Always
No.
with the white. Always
well,
with
whatever.
the white.
Tight jeans.
White pants a lot.
And Grampy Carl,
Cum stains all over them.
Grampy Carl, sitting at the counter with me at 208 South Meadow.
Was that the address?
208 South
Was it
Meadow Road.
really 208?
I believe.
And then like what, Unit 2 or
Yeah, Unit 2.
Yeah.
208 South Meadow Road, Unit 2.
Boy. I don't
And she and Jason would come in. They wouldn't play at the middle table up front, but the one just off to the right in front of the office.
Right.
Grampy Carl would sit there and Sherry would bend over to make a shot. And he says, I never thought I'd feel this way again.
She was literally a pool hall whore for a while.
Whatever.
And you know what?
Whatever.
A great lady.
No,
I believe
hey, you're-
her son graduated with my daughter,
Yes, and
which is crazy.
And Charlena knows her.
Oh yeah,
and
no.
She was
Sherry was great.
She was Mrs. D'Souza.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Sherry was great,
But there's somebody else we lost.
she was somebody who I actually I don't think treasured is the word, but I was like, I thought it was cool that I could be friends with her,
She was a hot shot.
and I was friends with her. You know what I mean?
Okay. One more.
Go ahead. We can probably do way more than one.
Well,
more. Go
no,
ahead.
no, but just one that comes to mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it was fairly recent. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not sure you could place the individual.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mike Souza.
I mean, is he
his father-
fucking?
his father
is that
mo-
Souza with a S or a Z? At the
Souza.
All right, so is he like Steve Souza type family?
The towing company family?
Is it Souza or De Souza?
No, it was Sherry Sandville de Souza.
Oh yeah.
this is
different-
Mike Souza.
With a Z.
I
I don't
believe
know.
with a Z.
You know what? I don't know who Mike is. So who's Mike now?
Few years younger than your sister.
So when did he die anyway?
Just a couple, 3 months ago.
So was he? I don't know him. He must have been the Cordage Park.
39 years old.
Yeah, all right. So he was the Cordage Park, and he was young,
Right.
a
But
young kid. But he was
Right.
there that much, huh?
oh
like he
yeah,
lived there?
absolutely.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
I didn't. That was definitely because if you remember, I was literally not around for the end.
I know.
for the demise of the pool hall.
I know. Other than coming in and painting and helping me out.
Oh no, but I mean, I had my thing going
You had-
on. I'm not helping you at the pool
You
hall.
had a family.
I got two businesses going on, and I got kids all of a sudden.
Right.
So when you went out of business in 2000, that's when I was at the beginning of my heyday, my brief heyday. You know,
Right.
I had a brief heyday. But yeah, that was like,
We went out August 15th, 1999.
okay. I thought it was 2000. But all right.
1999.
So you were at Cordage way longer than you were at the airport, twice as long.
2.5 times as long.
Yes, I was not involved in anything at Cordage Park as far as the pool hall went.
Well, yeah, but there might have been names that you heard. And
No,
and
I know what
remembered
you're
or
saying.
whatever.
I mean, I remember the early part of it because I helped you move. And oh, by the way, in the car, because we're I'm not dropping music. We're gonna walk out together tonight.
Right.
Anya came up with. They look like they came out of a fucking 3-ring binder. I think it was one of my photo albums, and it's all pictures of the weekend we moved the tables into South Meadow Road. Okay? It was so
No,
early.
Not we never moved tables into South Meadow Road. We moved them out of South Meadow Road.
Well, no, we installed them in. What I'm saying, it was...
Oh, when they were first delivered.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we
okay.
were all actively involved in that.
Of course we were. And
Well,
Butch ran the whole
Dave
thing. But
and me, it was really a lot of pictures of my brother Dave and me.
yeah,
And in the setup and everything. And in a couple like 7, 8, 10 photos, there's my old old, then it was only 2 years old, the Tama fucking drum set.
right.
Set up in the corner where the counter hadn't been set up yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
They hadn't
the
been
display
delivered yet.
counter.
Right.
Do you remember a jam session or something happened in there? I'm like, if my drums were there,
I don't.
we must have jammed, right?
But you had your own keys.
No, I did, right? It was like, I think we had a jam session there that weekend, but I can't remember if it was the guys from Edgemere, because Edgemere was a thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or was it something else? You know what I mean? But it was really weird. It was like, and it was clearly not just me setting my drums up to take a picture of them. I mean, there was splintered drumsticks everywhere. You know what I mean? So something had happened, you know?
A lot went on there that I never knew about.
Well, you know.
Or it went on, but I wasn't there.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All right. So Sherry, Mike Souza.
Yeah. There's got to be other dead people from that whole thing.
Do you remember Jerry Allen? Gerard?
Oh, sure. He's dead.
Oh yeah.
Really? That sucks.
Oh, he's been dead 5-6 years.
Really? Lung cancer?
Heart attack.
All right. Well, that makes sense.
Heart attack.
He was a nice guy. I liked him a lot. He was a
was
really
a good-
a genuinely really good guy.
He had a lot of problems,
Yeah, I'm listening.
a lot of problems,
Yeah, but he was a good guy.
but he was a good guy. He was a caring man.
He had some bad luck.
No, he did too much drugs and
Yeah,
you
well,
know, too much booze and
I mean, who hasn't?
yeah, but you got to be able to function. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
By the way, your mom and I were invited to his wedding. I don't know, 10 years ago or whatever.
well, Rolling Rock's not bad, huh? Ice fucking cold, right?
It's got to be ice cold.
It's fucking pretty cold, man.
Got to be ice cold.
Did you get it at the terrace on the way, or where'd you go?
Over by Ocean State.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Well, I was looking for Joe's beer, but they don't carry it over there.
That's where they carry it, only in 30 packs. You walk into the cooler and you go to the back left corner and turn left, and it's right there.
Oh, I had somebody help me and they couldn't find it.
Maybe you were looking for the. This is what he drinks now.
That's what I was looking for.
That's weird if they're out of it, because
But when the
that
when
fucking kid buys 3 30 packs a week.
well, maybe that's all they ordered.
You know what? You might be right.
Yeah. So then I'm standing there looking at the case, going,
No, Rolling Rock's
Rolling Rock.
What a really fun surprise. You know, considering I told you to bring vodka, you brought Rolling Rock, which is fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I had to sit back and think about it.
Yeah.
It would have been just as inexpensive to buy a liter and 3/4 of vodka as it was to buy the Rolling Rock.
Yeah. Well,
But I can't sit here for 2-3 hours and drink
and just
vodka.
fire down vodka.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. No, I get it.
You know, I was,
Neither can I, really. I mean, I really shouldn't be able. Whatever.
well, we can. That's the curse. We can. We shouldn't, but we can.
I told my boss tonight that I feel absolutely no stress at this job, and that I actually really like my job, and I'm having a lot of fun. And
So he said, "Good. I'm going to cut your pay by $200 a
feel
week."
absolutely no stress. But this was after he heaped. You should see what he just heaped on me. And I'm really happy he heaped it on me. You know what I mean?
All right. Good.
I am becoming the only guy in that company who estimates what the price of the job is. Which I was for a little while, and then there was 2 of us, and now he's just managing projects because everything I'm bidding right now is coming in. It's like bim, 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 bim.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah. So we were up to about 700 grand sales in, we'll just say 2018. All right, that ain't bad, right? It ain't halfway through the year yet, you know what I mean? 700 grand in sales ain't bad. Like, I keep telling these guys, they're like, I'm like, $30,000 paint jobs are not easy to come by. You know what I mean? I don't care what you guys think because you do $2 million drywall jobs
Right.
and framing and shit. You know that paint ain't worth that much. You know what I mean? And you got to fucking have your shit in line to make some money at it. You know what I mean? Well, that guy, my boss, Rick, my big boss, Rick, has made he's made it's in no uncertain terms, he's making a serious financial fucking commitment to making this thing happen. You know what I mean? And this guy, Howard, who I work with in the office,
That's the guy you share the office with?
we share an office.
Okay.
And he runs the painting company. Rick obviously has final say on shit that needs final say on, but Rick has given Howard runs the shit. You know what I mean? And Howard as much as he's not really estimating a lot now. So now the deal is I have a stack of folders on my desk, and I pick and choose what gets fucking estimated on. You know what I mean? It first goes through him. We have an assistant who fields all the bids, all the invites to bid. Sometimes Howard and I will get a stray invite to bid via email that she's not privy to, but it doesn't happen that often. You know what I mean? So she brings in a pile of shit, and he's like, yes, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. You know what I mean? And then originally it sat on his desk, and as I cleared everything, I would go, what do you got? You know what I mean? So what it's turned into now is everything he checks off on is now on my desk. You know what I mean? I pick and choose what we're going to bid on. You know what I mean? Which is kind of cool. It's nice. It's fun. We are currently booked through the end of the year for the small amount of guys we got working for us. And we are actively seeking guys to work. You know what I mean? To actually do the labor. So that's where I'm at.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I got a kick out of the fact Joe wants to know, how do you spend your days? You don't work anymore.
Well, right. Well, here's the thing. He still works. He's still working.
I know, but
He just
how do you tell the guy? I like to sleep late. I don't like to get up much before 9:30, 10 o'clock.
right. I mean, who does?
Because, but I can.
Yeah.
I go down, have my breakfast, empty the dishwasher from the night before, put everything away, pick up all the dirty dishes from the morning, sweep the floors, check the laundry, fold what's in the dryer, take what's in the washer, put it in the dryer, fold it later on. Doesn't sound like much, but the day goes by.
Yeah. Right.
If it's a package store day, got to make the packy run. If it's the day to change the bedding on the bed, you change the bedding.
If you're listening to the beginning of show 50, which you were having a conversation with Joe, neither of you knew you were being recorded. You were talking about
How quickly time goes by.
Oh, so you did hear that part of it. Yeah, like your perspective on time versus Miles' perspective on time. You know what I mean?
That's how I believe the first part that was recorded, show 50, was I have a 4-year-old grandson.
Yeah. That's how it came in, right?
I have a 4-year-old grandson.
Did you notice that the show is sound edited pretty cool?
It really is.
Right? Not bad, right?
No, I
It's
have
simple. It's really not that hard a thing, but it's, you
I-
know what? Not everybody can fucking make it sound like
I
make it
have
sound.
to admit, I was home today all alone,
Yeah.
and if I wore my Bluetooth headphones,
Yeah.
I could do all my chores
It's
and
edited on
listen-
headphones. It needs to be listened
listen-
to on headphones.
listen. Well, I listened to part of it not on headphones, but
Oh, but not on a stereo either, on your fucking pad or your phone.
on my pad,
Yeah.
which is stereo.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. My phone don't sound that bad either. It's just not that loud. I'm
Exactly.
afraid to mix the show louder because there's like a real fine. I'm erring on the side of low volume.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? For the sake of
for
cleanness,
the clarity.
for the
Clarity.
sake of cleanness, for a cheap setup. Because you see what we got, right?
Yeah,
This cost us or him
Joe. Yes.
$900. You know what I mean? Not bad. Plus, whatever we got to do for internet and what I got for editing software and all that shit. You know what I mean? But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, baby.
No. Why don't you take us offline? Good night, everybody.
All right, hey, this has been really fun. So Dad was back for another show. We talked about a lot of stuff. I didn't really write down a lot about what we talked about, but that's all right because, hey, you listened and you know what we talked about, right? So
And you won't see me again until next Tuesday.
you know what, Dad? You come back every show if you want. You know the deal. We're not reinventing the wheel here. You know what I mean? We're just hanging out and talking and drinking. That's it. That's what we do. It's kind of right.
This is what I used to do with my old friend Big Joe.
Hey,
And
So-
you know what? That was kind of right.
you are hereby invited. You know the deal. I mean, I love that you walked in tonight. Like I said, Joe was like, "All right, let's go." I'm like, "Nope, it's not 6:30 yet. He might be here."
Oh, did I tell you why I was late
No,
in the long run?
no. I waited till 6:30. I was like, if
my-
he ain't here at 6:30, he ain't coming.
My cousin, Pete Kaz,
Oh no.
called me from Connecticut
Oh, okay.
at 6:20 tonight. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just walking out of
Oh,
the
no.
bathroom
What's going
when he
on?
called me.
What's going on?
He's coming up Saturday morning to put his sister's ashes in the Cape Cod Canal.
Oh, nice. Who's his sister again?
Catherine.
Oh my God! When did she die?
18 months ago.
So he's just making it up here now.
Well,
why,
yeah.
why there?
Well, I think she wanted to be put in the ocean at Provincetown, but when he realized that Provincetown was another 2-hour drive from the canal,
Oh,
he thought,
so tell him don't even go down to the canal. Tell him to just go to Plymouth Beach.
No.
or Nelson or
no. Let him go to the canal. There's you can find a private place there to do what you want to do.
Oh yeah, there's that whole on this side. There's that whole fucking
Yeah.
sidewalk. You can do your
Exactly.
thing. Yeah,
Exactly.
Very private.
You don't want to go to Nelson Park and be pouring ashes and somebody
No, nobody's there this time of
Well-
year.
at Nelson Park.
No, nobody's there. Man.
You're so wrong. You're so wrong.
No, you're right. They'd be better off at the canal. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
So then he tells me,
I mean, how fun was his sister Catherine to party with, by the way?
not really.
I remember partying with her, and she was a hoot.
No, not really.
I mean, why? Because she was so out of control? Because she was mentally ill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mentally ill and fucking vodka martinis don't mix.
not really.
I
well.
mean, unless you're me,
no.
then you're fine.
No.
Because you got some kind of restraint. No, she was a nut.
All
Aren't
I-
there stories about her beating up cops?
I don't remember those. All I know is for many years of my adult life, Catherine was an inch taller than I was.
Oh, yeah.
And the last two times I
She was
saw
a
her,
big bitch.
last two times I saw her, she was about 5'8" because she was so crippled with the
Oh, yeah, the hungover thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, I mean, hey.
Your mother asked me an interesting question tonight. She says, "Why is Peter? Why isn't her son spreading her ashes into the ocean?" How the hell do I know?
Yeah, right.
She
right.
asked her brother to do it.
Does she have a son? I mean, who's
Oh
her son?
yeah, Stephen.
I mean, does anyone know Steven's last name?
Yes, I do.
I mean,
Catherine King. Catherine.
all I know is that.
Oh no, Stephen King is not her son. Wait.
All I know.
No, I've met him. I've met him several times. He was at my dad's wake.
So, what did Catherine die of? Do we know that? Just failure to take care of herself or whatever.
I honestly don't know.
Because I told my wife that you were officially not the craziest bitch's name. who's Catherine Capozzi? You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know you find that hard to believe because you are a crazy bitch. But
Oh no, Catherine was.
my dad's got a cousin named Catherine.
Yeah,
Capozzi.
but we have certified.
Oh wait, her name wasn't Capozzi though. Sorry.
no, Kozlowski.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe Catherine is the craziest bitch of a name, Catherine Capozzi.
But she was.
'Cause I'll tell you right now,
But she was.
baby, you crazy.
She was Catherine.
Oh, INE?
Yes.
All right.
Where your wife is Catherine.
Yeah. THRY, which actually is the way your cousin's name was spelled is more common, by the way.
Exactly.
The THRYN is it's not as common. For what whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but
So anyway, so Pete tells me. I don't know if he had a stroke.
so this is your debut at doing this for 60 seconds. Go ahead.
Doing what? Filling time?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So this is a 1 month conversation boiling down to tonight. So he calls me and he says, "Here's the deal. We're driving up Saturday. We're staying at the whatever that place is, Al, on Samoset Street, across from
It's a Clarion or some shit.
what?
Across from fucking Cumberland Farms?
Yeah.
Oh, Comfort Inn.
Comfort Inn. He says, we got rooms at the Comfort Inn. He says, so we're going to drive up. We're going to go to the... He says, where do you think we could dump our ashes? He says, do you think we have to go all the way out to Provincetown? I said, well, if you go all the way out to Provincetown, it's going to be 2 hours out and 2 hours back.
Yeah, fuck that.
He says, well, where can we put them? I says, go down and put them in the Cape Cod Canal. I says,
Yeah,
that's where most people dump the ashes.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's really a good suggestion because
Yeah.
no one's going to fucking bother you down there.
I said that to him.
Yeah.
He says, well, when we're driving down Route 3A, he says, it looks like 3A runs pretty close to the ocean. He says, is there any place in Plymouth on 3A we can do it? I says, Pete, listen, I don't want you doing what you have to do because you promised your sister.
Yeah.
Don't do it on 3A. Go down to the canal. There's a lot of private places.
Yeah.
A lot of private places to do it.
You're so right. You park in a public parking spot.
Yeah.
And you walk down the stairs,
Right.
and then you walk 3/4 of a mile away from the stairs,
Well, whatever.
and no one's bothering you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I told him.
It's a good call.
I called it your obligation.
That's when my wife buried her fucking miscarried child
All right.
years ago.
I didn't want to say your sister's ash. I just said
Yeah.
your obligation.
Yeah,
You're taking
yeah.
care of your. He said, oh, okay. He says, and John, that's his son. He says, John and I would like to take you out to lunch. He says, because I think by the time we do that, we're going to be hungry.
Oh fuck yeah! So many good places to eat.
But he's leaving Connecticut at, I don't know, 7 in the morning.
All right.
5:30 or some shit.
So he'll be done with his shit by about lunchtime.
So I said to him, I said, listen,
Go out to lunch go get some fried
I said,
seafood.
I
and
said,
shit.
listen, you call me once you have taken care of your obligation,
Yeah.
and before you get in the car to drive back up to downtown Plymouth.
Yeah.
Because I'm figuring if they're done at 9:30, I'm going to need a half hour's notice so I can take a shower
Oh, yeah,
and get
yeah.
ready,
What time are they leaving again?
I don't know. He says, probably going to leave Southington at 7 o'clock.
All right. So they're down there at 10.
Yeah.
Someone's stopping. They do their shit. Oh no, yeah, no, 10.
I want him to call
10:30,
me
you gotta
so I have
walk,
time to
11.
get up, take a leak, and take a shower.
Listen, he ain't calling you till almost noon. I'm telling you.
Whatever. Okay. So then he says to me, John and I want to take you out to lunch.
Sounds good. Let's go down the wharf.
I said,
Fried
okay.
seafood and shit.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
He says, is there any place in town that we could, like, get a nice steak or seafood?
Well, yeah. There's a lot of that going on, man.
I said, Pete, only every place in town.
Yeah.
Really? I said, Pete, you have to understand, Plymouth is a destination location.
Yeah. There's 100 places to eat.
I said, we have more restaurants, bars
Yeah.
than you could ever imagine.
Yeah, certainly liquor licenses. Yeah.
Plymouth has the highest liquor license per capita in the state of Massachusetts.
So that makes him probably the highest per capita in the country. Pretty close.
Sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Other than maybe Manhattan.
We don't have a restriction on the amount of liquor license, which is beautiful.
So I don't know if he had a stroke.
Pete?
Yeah. He's... I don't know what's wrong with him.
Can I tell you something about Pete? And I don't
I don't know what's wrong with him.
I got to tell you something right now. Me and you were talking.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of participating in, far-reaching family reunion type shit for a while. But then that wedding anniversary that we had for you and
The
Mom
40th
down at
VFW.
all right, the VFW, that tied into right around beginning the whole all of us participating in the Capozzi family reunion that was rejuvenated, right? Which you guys had always talked about, and we always feel like we missed out on, and then we had them again. You know what I mean? So, but I think your 40th was right around the beginning. Like, I think the first time I had seen Pete was at the, in a while, was at the 40th, because we invited everybody.
Exactly.
And then after that was all the family reunion shit, right? But at that and at the family reunion shit, he treated me like an asshole. The way he talked to me. He talked to me like he thought I was a fucking dickhead. Which is fine. I'm just telling you.
No, I said to your mother before I left the house
He
tonight.
talked to me like I was an asshole.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
But
what are you talking?
I said to your mom
I'm
tonight.
kind of a good guy.
I said, I don't know if he has had a stroke. I don't know if he's walking with crutches.
Yeah, but this was a long time ago I'm talking about.
I know. You're talking
11 years ago.
11
whatever
years
the
ago.
fuck, yeah.
Right. And your mother said, I never felt comfortable around him. He's always been squirrely.
Well, he was always kind of a weird guy because he was high energy. You know what I mean? But he was funny. He was funny as fuck. He was really funny. You know what I mean? That's what I remember as being a little kid. Dad's cousin Pete is a funny motherfucker.
But you didn't know him.
No, but he was around enough that we knew who he was.
He used to show up at
With his fucking horn rim glasses and
He
his
used to-
fucking slick black hair.
he used to show up at Poppy and Gigi's house
Yeah.
on the Friday night after Thanksgiving
Yeah, sure.
for the annual poker game.
No, the annual poker game was Wednesday night.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That was before. That was the night before Thanksgiving,
Okay.
which we tried to recreate, which was fun for a while. But we don't play poker for money anymore amongst family. figured out that's a stupid thing. We now do tournaments
I like
for
playing.
bragging rights.
I like playing for the tournament.
Isn't it fun for bragging rights?
Yeah.
It's the best because you still got to play good.
Of course you do.
But if you happen to have accumulated some chips, you might take a risk that you might not take if it wasn't your actual money in front of you. You know what I mean?
Did your sister tell you that they had a tournament at Jesse's house when they went down?
Yeah, and she told me that Julianne just fucking laid waste to everybody.
Everybody.
Which is great because Julie's a good card player anyway. You know what I mean?
Terrible human being.
I think she's fine. I give her more credit than
Oh,
I
all
used
right,
to.
all right. Maybe not terrible.
No, she's not.
Hard to take.
Listen,
Hey, she's my godchild. She's
not
hard to
everybody-
take.
She's not everybody's cup of tea, but she used to really bother me too. But I give her a lot of credit. Whatever she's doing, you know, she got her whole thing going. The only thing that I don't agree with her is that for some reason she thinks that Mass Maritime is fucking too far out for her fucking
He should go there.
her other fucking her new beau's oldest
Go there.
friend.
Go there.
Oh yeah. No, I mean UMass Maritime is. It's an excellent. I'm not saying it's that hard to get into because it's really not. But if you take advantage of its full array of opportunities, yeah.
You want a statistic?
Go ahead.
And you can check it on the computer.
Go ahead.
100,000 people a year apply to Mass Maritime.
Is that right?
How many get in?
I'm gonna 1,500. They probably don't graduate more than 1,500 or 2,000, right?
450.
Oh my God, that's crazy. All right,
Look
so
it up.
oh no, I don't have to look it up. I believe you because it's believable. You know what I mean?
100,000 applicants a year to the Mass Maritime.
That's amazing. The other thing is there is most people, more than 50% of the people who fucking get out of that place, what they do for a living is they are a merchant marine.
Yes.
And they sail around the world on merchant ships and administer the whole fucking thing.
They spend 2 months at sea.
No, it's 6 and 6.
No, it's 2 and 2, 2 and 2. That's the most.
I disagree. That fucking dude, fucking Lee Delbos, who lived next door to you when we moved in there, that motherfucker was 6 and 6. It was not 2 and 2.
Okay.
He was gone for 6 months a fucking year.
Yeah.
And by the way, nice fucking career choice, Lee. Because, man, you had it figured out. But whatever, they graduated up to bigger and better things as far as houses go, you know. That guy had a fucking ocean lookout on fucking Seaver Street.
They make a lot of money.
They did good. He did good for himself. I don't even know if that cat. I think that cat died young. By the way, he's dead, right?
He could have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died young. They were divorced anyway, but he took care of that whole fucking. One of those guys is a renowned, decorated novelist, which is kind of cool. What are you doing? Oh no!
I gotta show you something.
All right, hold on.
Quick break.
Hold on. I knew I. All right. So we're back from a break, and we're talking about a lot of stuff. And what the fuck were we gonna wrap up with? Do you remember?
Well, before Joe left.
it would be classic to just shut it right down after coming back. But go ahead.
No, before Joe left, we had started a conversation on relationships, high
Yeah.
school relationships,
Oh, yeah,
college
yeah.
relationships.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How do you stay in touch with or learn to let go of friends? And he gave me one or two examples.
Yeah.
And I can't comment on his situations.
Right.
What I wanted to do was trade with him the various relations that I've had and what happened to them over the years.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe we can take care of that next Tuesday.
No, you can go ahead. Good. What do you got?
No, I need him to be here.
Oh, well,
I don't want to do it over again.
why does he? Why do you need him here to fucking sound it off? You can sound it off on me. I'll tell you right now.
No,
you-
because he's the one who asked me the question.
Well, you also know about all my. I mean, we never held anything back from each other. You know about my friends. I know
Well,
about
right.
your friends.
Right.
So, like,
I want to cover
you think about.
Rosario,
Yeah.
Cohen, Gallagher,
Yeah.
Crowley,
Wow. Mike Crowley. Does he still roam
Tony
the earth, or
Fusco.
is he all done? Mike Crowley's dead, right?
he came to our 40th.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
He had 2 heart attacks. He came to our 40th. Oh, I had him to the house before that. When I turned 60, I faced my mortality.
Wow, we actually invited him to your 40th.
When I turned 60, I faced my mortality. And I got back in touch with Crowley. We had lost track of each other from the time I left Stop and Shop and the time I moved out of Brockton. He came to the house. We had a reasonable visit. Just the 4 of us, Mom and I and Mike and Mickey. And then, yes, they did come to our 40th. Or maybe the 40th was, who knows? I forget the order. And then,
Seven Hills Road.
no more contact.
Yeah.
And it's not because we ended with a, fuck you.
Yeah, yeah.
None of that.
It is what it is.
There was years and years without being together. And then when you're not together again, you realize that this is my groove. You have your own groove.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the other person hating you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's weird.
So I went Rosario, Cohen, Crowley, Gallagher, dead.
Mitchell, dead.
Tony Fusco, Mitchell, dead.
Yeah, well.
And by the
Fosco's alive.
way, Rosario would not be one of the top 5. He was a high school acquaintance. He was a college friend.
Yeah.
He and another guy helped your mom and I clean our first house.
Yeah.
They polished the floors and helped clean the bathrooms and whatever.
Yeah.
And then once we did that, I never saw him again until my father's wake.
Wow, I didn't know that Ralph Rosario came to your father's wake.
Of course he did.
Wow.
Of course he did. Captain Rosario.
I don't remember. You know what's weird? I don't remember much about your father's wake. I remember the next day way more. That's weird. I know that we did some fucking weird shit with your brother and my brothers and my sister afterward, but I don't remember much about the actual wake. Is that weird? I should.
That's almost 9 years ago, right?
No, I know, but I
2009?
don't really remember much until the next morning. weird. It's weird to me. I don't know.
Well, plus you
the
were.
whole
in-
death thing is.
I
just
know.
Fucking sucks.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I
It
know.
eats it. You know.
So anyway,
I'm not good at it.
I had said
really
to-
not good at
I had
death.
I had said to Joe earlier tonight that his father always said, if you're lucky, you've had 5 men, you've had 5 people that you call your
I remember,
friend.
yeah. He was the original fucking sage of that or whatever. And I quote that to a lot of people. You know what I
So
mean?
to
And
me,
you know what? To me, it's like 5 is like it's hard. It might be hard to pare it down to 5.
it was Cohen.
Yeah.
Now, forget Ralph. Ralph was
That's fine.
high school and college, but
Yeah,
he doesn't make top 5.
that's fine.
Cohen,
Doesn't make him a bad guy, right? So you
Cohen,
got-
who
Cohen?
went to Vietnam,
Yep.
and probably for the only second time in my life, I actually wrote letters and stayed in touch with someone. The only other person I ever did that with was your mom when she went away to college freshman and sophomore year.
Right.
No, freshman year. And I was still in Waterbury.
Andover or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck it was.
yeah, yeah. So Cohen, Gallagher, Crowley,
Wow.
Fusco,
Brennan.
Brennan.
Yeah.
Those were my 5 guys.
Yeah.
Cohen's in Pennsylvania. Crowley, for all I know, he's dead.
He's dead and Gallagher's dead.
Gallagher's dead.
Mike Crowley is long dead, by the way. He's long dead. Like long dead.
Maybe.
No. I'm telling you, he's long dead. Like closer to 10 years dead than 5. You know?
Now, how do you know that?
I don't know how I know that. But I'm telling you, I know that. He's dead.
Well, 12 years ago, when he had dinner at my house, I looked. He was still working for Stop and Shop, and I looked at him across the dining room table, and I said, "So, how many heart attacks have you had?" And his eyes went wide, and he went, "Well, how did you know?" I says, "Because you're still working for Stop and Shop."
Oh, boy.
How many have you had? He said, 2. I said, all right. Just curious. I felt so badly when I lost my job at Stop and Shop
Yeah.
because I thought that I had worked 20 years to the best of my ability and not only did an adequate job, but did a outstanding job at what I did.
You were the victim of some financial reshuffling, to put it mildly.
Well, plus my tongue didn't reach quite far.
Yeah,
enough, you know.
No. I mean,
You know.
listen.
I am the only person that I remember in all my years up in Boston who, after a planning meeting, as it was getting ready to break up, would look at the other people in the room and say, all right, I've been here for 3 hours. We've talked about a lot of stuff. Are we going to do anything now?
Yeah. Well,
And people would say, well, that doesn't matter. The thing
Yeah.
is, we talked about it.
you're right. Sounds
So
awful.
I knew I would never,
Awful.
I wasn't in for the long run. But I had a lot of years up there, 1970 to
86.
86.
Yeah.
86.
That's when you got the thing
That
with
was the-
Omni, and
That
then
was the
fucking-
time in Boston. I mean, I had worked for him
Yeah,
forever.
but that's when you're talking about when you were in management, but you were in the field for years before that as well.
1962.
Yeah, so you're talking 62 to 86. That's 24 years
Right.
with that fucking particular employer.
Right.
That's crazy. You know what I mean?
Anyhow,
Which usually translates into a fat pension, but unless you know.
I clear $240 a month.
Oh, that's what you. You continue to clear $240 a month from that particular pension.
Yeah. When I signed up for my pension
Yeah.
back when I was 55,
Yeah.
they gave you an option. Here is your pension. And my pension would have been, I don't know, $820 a month,
Yeah.
which ain't bad. Even
Fucking pretty good.
even by today's standards.
Yeah, sure.
Not too bad. So $820 a month. However, I'm taking it at 55, not 65. So there's a factor that reduces it. And I took when I'm dead, I want my wife to still get it. So that reduces it again. So it went from $820 a month to $368.60.
Yeah.
And I never touched it until I was retired,
Right.
until I stopped working completely.
Right.
So $368.60 a month nets out to $240. And that's my monthly allowance.
Well,
We haven't spent a dime of Social Security other than doing the kitchen work last year.
right.
So that's all in savings. We've been pretty careful. If you think back, Mom and I never spent a dime unless we had to.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I
You
don't.
guys are
I
gonna
don't.
be fine.
I don't think we chinced on anything, but
No.
we were not the. Oh, it's 2 years. Let's get another car. Or
No. You guys did everything the way you were pretty much fucking supposed to do it
we tried.
from what was available for that type of money shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you got to do what you got to do, and we did what you got to do.
And I love my house.
Hey, you guys got a little slice of paradise, man. I don't know if I told you, one of my new hobbies is Google Earth. I love Google Earth. And you go on a fucking personal computer, a PC, a laptop, or a fucking desktop,
Oh, I do Google Earth.
and you put in fucking 8 Jacqueline Lane.
Yeah,
All right?
yeah.
You look at it and you go, "Ooh, look at that. It's up the hill from a lot of shit." You know what? We're pretty close to the fucking ocean, but we're up far enough that
When the ice
a couple
melts,
fucking icebergs
when the
melt,
ice melts, we're gonna be okay.
You know what? We're gonna be fine. All right? We're gonna be fine.
My feeling exactly.
And there's a lot of brown shit around it. That's fine too, because it happened. That satellite image happened to be taken during the fall. Okay,
Right.
but you circle around. You go with your fucking mouse, and you settle down in the front of that motherfucker, and you look at it, and you go, you know what? That's a nice slice of the planet Earth.
Nice
right
piece
there.
of the earth.
You
Yeah.
did well.
Now, you've been over since your sister replanted all the beds in the front yard.
Yeah. Mother's Day was last weekend. I was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So most of the plants were in bloom.
Mm-hmm.
What
Oh yeah.
what a nice job.
She does a great job.
Yep.
Listen, I mean, that's living, right? You gotta make where you're living look good, man.
Do you begrudge the fact that she's on the deed?
No, I really don't care.
Good.
I don't.
Good.
The new me, because the only thing The only thing about that is money is involved, and I don't know if you've caught on, but I don't give a fuck about money. I really don't.
Yeah, but
I don't care about money.
But I don't even look at it as money being involved. I look at it as being they lost everything.
I have no. Listen,
They lost everything.
I get it.
And if I can help guarantee, these are my two youngest grandchildren.
Yeah. Look,
Everybody else was in pretty good shape.
yeah.
You know?
Nothing. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's in good shape.
And I wanted to make sure that
Yeah.
my
Dad,
little guy, oh God, I love him to pieces.
not just him. We're talking about your daughter.
Well, yeah.
We're talking about
Yeah.
the kids or.
And the
First and
decent man that
foremost,
she married.
Oh, he's a good man.
I'll have one more.
He's a good man. Yeah, no, I'm actually fucking stoked about the way. I'm actually stoked about the way shit's going down.
That the property will stay in the family?
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I fucking care about. I don't care about anything
Oh, speaking of property,
money wise or.
do you remember Saraki's house?
No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay. Leave my house, go to Jan Marie Drive,
Okay.
turn right,
Yeah.
and there's a little,
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
there's a little ranch house that was abandoned
Yeah,
for
yeah.
5, 6, 7 years, whatever.
Sure. And they got construction going on there now.
They had an open house there today.
Oh, really?
Yep.
But has the thing? Did they add on to the thing? Was it remodeled or just cleaned out?
Evidently, it's 2,200 square feet of living space.
Well, downstairs is fully finished there. I mean,
Well,
fully
I'm saying.
finished. Yeah.
I think
it's a
it's-
ranch, but it drops down. The you know what I mean?
And they got the pool in the back.
Yeah. So there's what? So what did you say? 2,200 square feet?
I think that's what I said.
Yeah, that sounds right.
2200.
A regular ranch is about 1,100 to 1,300 square feet.
Right. And
Okay.
go down.
And then you go down. Whatever upstairs is what fucking downstairs is. You know what I mean? And if it's,
The central air conditioning in it still works.
yeah.
They cleaned it all out. Somebody
What's out back there, by the way? Is that all that still that shit?
They got a pool back there.
But I mean, between that and Seven Hills Road, like Russ fucking the fucking planetarium guy had like a big swath of that he had a huge garden in. Is there anything out back there? It's not like a little
No.
puddle pond or
No.
anything like that. No.
It's all gone.
Yeah. It's an interesting little neck of the world over there. You know what I mean? Where you guys tied it. By the way, I was telling my wife that when we moved in, I'm talking about when we moved the fuck in,
75. November 75.
both Seven Hill Road to Jan Marie from Samoset,
Yeah.
obviously no light. The light came way later.
Oh, way later.
And then Carver Road over there, all that shit was dirt road.
You're correct.
It was dirt fucking road.
You're correct.
Seven Hills Road, Carver Road, and Samoset Street were all dirt road there. And after we moved in is when that Seven Hills fire station got that was 77.
Yeah.
Fucking wild, right? And then that whole thing is all built up now, you know?
And when you went up,
We fucking moved to the Wild West.
When
The
you-
Wild West.
when you went up
Plymouth. West Plymouth.
toward Brennan's house
Yeah.
and you took the left,
That might have been dirt road too.
no, it wasn't. Might have been.
Yeah.
It was dirt fucking road.
And if it was raining, it was mud road.
Yes.
Crazy, right? Right here in Massachusetts, where all this shit started. You figure that shit would have been,
What street did Peck used to live on?
Macajapon Road.
No. Macajapon Road went to the right, and Peck Street went down to the left. You got to take it to
No,
get
no.
down to your brother Paul's house.
Oh, you're talking about Black Cat Road.
Dirt.
Yeah, the whole way.
Dirt.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Less than 50 years ago in as far east on the fucking East Coast as you can go.
America.
You know what I mean? Weird.
America. Early America. A lot of dirt roads in the mid-'70s.
A lot of infrastructure has popped up since the bicentennial. You know what I mean?
Where were the traffic lights in Plymouth?
There weren't a lot of them.
Well, hey,
There were none in Carver until
Go
I
ahead.
moved there.
Go ahead. Where were the traffic lights in Plymouth?
When?
Before you can remember.
Oh, they didn't even have one at 3 and 44
Yes,
down
they
by
did.
Riches.
Yes, they did.
All right, so that was one.
Yes, they did.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. That was it.
JB's Corner.
That was a blinking motherfucker, though.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
That wasn't a full-on fucking, red, yellow, and green fucking thing. That was a blinking. That was it.
3A and 44.
Yeah.
No, there was another one. I got to remember where it was. There were.
It's a lot of lights in Plymouth now, man.
Cherry Street and 3A.
Oh, I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
don't think that was thing that.
No, Cherry Street and 3A.
This is gonna be interesting. Hold on.
That's your wife?
Yeah, hold on. There we go. Hello.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a podcast with my dad.
Oh, I didn't realize he was there again.
Well, listen, he said he wanted to come by at all times, and we said come by, and he came by again. So
Hi, Kat.
Hi, Dad.
So we're doing our thing. We're probably on.
We're wrapping up.
We're
wrapping
on
up.
the wrapping it up side of things. Joe went to bed a while ago.
hour.
An hour ago. Oh my God, you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Well, dinner will be ready very soon, like as in within minutes.
Is
'cause,
there
I
meat?
try to aim
Is there
for
meat?
9:30 on
Is there
the
meat
podcast night.
involved? Like meat?
Yes, there is steak involved.
Oh,
Woo. Okay, good night.
I'll see you shortly.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
That's it. We're signing off.
All right. So
Talk to you Tuesday.
we've had fun. Come back, Dad. This is great. It's
I would love to.
Dad. Just
Because-
do it.
My friends are dead.
I mean, yeah.
You know, for 6 or 7 years of my life, you were not only my son, but my best friend.
Yeah.
Not saying you're not still,
Right. Whatever. I get it. Yeah.
but you and Joe,
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the guys I talked about. I see Tony Fusco twice a year.
Yeah. Well,
Life has gone apart. Shut it off.
it is what it is. Anyway, I'm Al. He's Al. I believe Joe's sleeping. And it appears I have steak in my not so fucking distant future. So this is good. All right, everybody.